Wait.
Hey, ballers, welcome to These Balls Could Talk. What do you mean? Oh, you need to crank. Get up.
Now recording.
Go! Hey, ballers, welcome to These Balls Could Talk, the podcast that just celebrated its 3rd birthday.
Woo.
This is Marco along with John and producer Pete. We're getting ready to discuss the latest in sports, tech, and pop culture. If you like what you hear or see, please like us and hit that subscribe button, or as someone on this pod likes to say, tickle that little bell.
Oh, you know it. John.
No, I'm not into it.
John nixing it completely this time. I was ready for it this time.
Joining us tonight are our favorite couple from Colorado. She's a Bengals and Reds fan, and he's just another New York sports fan. It's Lillian and Eric Posch. What's going on, Posches?
Hey, guys.
Hello.
The Posches.
Hello.
The Posches.
Oh, Eric, do I have your name spelled right? Is it with a C or K?
C.
Posch.
Just like my brother. Okay, good. I got it right.
I spell it with a K.
The K is silent.
Yeah.
Just like I wrote it.
And invisible.
All right, so it's been a while. John, why don't you catch us up on what you've been doing?
So I've been telling people, because I talk about movies a lot. Obviously, you guys know this. 3 years. I've been telling people, watch the Frankenstein movie on Netflix. It's really good. Like,
it's a new Frankenstein.
It's not stupid because last year they realized if they made a classic monster film, well, they would win Oscars. So they're like, you can make a Frankenstein movie. So it has Oscar Isaac, and it's chilling, and the acting's great, and it's like really long. It's like 2.5 hours, but I watched it one night, sit down, just like boom. Like, that was a great movie. So I've been telling people.
Yeah, we went to go see it in the theaters.
We actually saw it in theaters. Yeah, they had a limited showing
theaters?
near us. Yeah,
Like,
for like a week or two.
for like a week.
romantic. Like,
Wow.
Super
Yeah.
gothic.
I mean, very gothic, very, very what it was supposed to be. Like, it's almost steampunk. It's so gothic, but
It's one of my
I really
favorite
liked it.
books, and I knew Guillermo del Toro would do it justice.
Oh my God, yes, I forgot about that. Guillermo del Toro, who is a guy who really likes monster films. So
Yeah,
he just
especially
like-
sympathetic
like-
monster films.
Yes, sympathetic monster films.
Yeah.
I love that. You said that. What else am I watching? I started Firefly. I'm late to the Fireflies watch.
You've never watched
because it-
Firefly before?
Like 30
I'm
years late?
Wait, Firefly?
No,
This
Finally?
feels like such a John thing to be able to, like, it's such a niche, nerdy thing. I can't believe you never got into Firefly.
So awesome. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
this
a
is
great...
like Lost,
Fabulous.
but also it has like actresses that I like, and just it's so very good right now.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan. Oh no, not Firefly. Fireflies. Oh no, I've watched Fireflies.
Okay. I was about to be shook.
I was going to say,
No,
like,
I've watched
That's why
Fireflies.
we were like, what?
what
Wait,
the...
no, Fireflies.
Okay, that makes a lot more
Fireflies
sense.
is the Showtime show about the high school girls soccer team that gets stranded in the Rockies for a year and a half, and things happen.
I love it when our old man moments come out on this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't
Say
say
it
it
again,
wrong.
Firefly?
You guys
You
didn't think
totally
my
said it
thing.
wrong. All 4 of us thought you were talking about a different show. So,
Wait,
Did I
got
say
it.
Firefly?
Yellow Jackets?
Did I say Firefly or Fireflies, Mark?
I don't know. We're gonna have to go.
We'll
We're gonna have to consult the tape.
Roll the tape. roll the tape.
Roll the
Roll it
tape.
back.
Roll the tape.
Wait, John, are you talking about
Challenge.
Yellow Jackets?
Challenge the play. Like, I don't listen to music.
Well, Yellow Jackets is a great show.
Hold up. Eric's right. I am old. I am talking about Yellow Jackets. I am sorry.
That's a completely different insect.
Okay, wait. How long has this been going on and we finally got to the correct show?
Okay, never mind. I take it back. I haven't drinking enough. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about Yellow Jackets.
You need to drink
Talking about
more.
Yellow Jackets.
Oh, gracious.
This is the
That's
best.
what my
This
sister's
is the
talking
best.
about.
What have you been
They're
up
so
to? Segment of
similar.
all time.
Fireflies are yellow and they fly, as are Yellow Jackets.
It's the one with Ella Purnell, because I was going to say how much I liked her in
diagram.
Fallout.
Practically a circle.
Yellow Jackets is awesome, by the way.
yes.
Super
Yellow
fucked up
Jackets is
show.
awesome.
Super
Hey,
awesome.
thank you
Super
very
fucked up.
much, Eric. We probably would have been lost for a long, long time.
Yeah,
and
I'm
we were all
glad that
searching
we've
for
got a John
fireflies. Oh my
All
God,
right, let's get to easier things. Jamie did her first high school shadow day today. She at a local school, which is my favorite. She said it was a 6 or a 7, but it's like a hard high school. So I figured the scariness of it probably overwhelmed the fact that she probably had a pretty good day. And we didn't get ice cream.
Like,
We were
decide what high school to go to.
Our public is in the list, and our public has a very good acting program or a very good theater program, so it is in the list. But right now, there are 2, if not 3 privates that I'm thinking of. The problem with the privates are very expensive, like expensive. So
like college expensive.
Well, not now college expensive. Like when we went to college expensive. So
I'm glad you started this off by talking about schools because you just said your privates are very expensive.
I mean, yeah.
Private schools.
Yes,
Well,
out of context.
If
we roll back to the transcript,
that's just a
AI is going to be very
to
confused.
let you know that in case she does go to a private school, he's starting an OnlyFans in order to pay for it. So
got to pay for it somehow.
Will be very expensive.
Yes, I'm a pretty princess. I'll wear a tutu.
I'll watch your OnlyFans, John.
You will. I'll just read books in a handsome voice.
You joke, but I read books specifically if I know certain voice actors are going to be doing them. I'll listen to that audiobook. And I don't know nothing about the audiobook, but I'm like, oh, he narrated it? I'm in.
Hell yeah. And what else did I started Welcome to Derry, which is even more chilling. That show is incredible. But they've already killed like 8 or 9 children, so oh no. It's an it show. They're killing everybody. And what I really like about this show is it's not it is like Castle Rock adjacent, and I really liked Castle Rock because they talked about the greater Stephen King multiverse.
But there's Rock.
Shut up. There is a ton of Stephen King multiverse stuff throughout the show, so I'm really liking that too.
Yeah, we just watched episode 3 yesterday. Really liking it.
And
so
Eric
far.
is a huge Stephen King fan anyway, so he's definitely on board.
Eric, are we the same person? I'm that
too. You guys might be the same person. Same sports teams, practically. Like he's your translator on the show. Like,
yeah,
maybe y'all should get married. I don't know.
I really needed one.
You guys are soulmates. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Anyway, Mark, what's going on with you, buddy?
Let's see what has gone on. Kickball is over. Unfortunately, very very sad that won't start up.
So you guys won.
But now I'm taking up pickleball.
Is that going to be just as intense as kickball?
It could be. It could. There's been some times where it's been intense. I did a very beginner round robin league for a little while. Then I was told I'm not allowed to play it anymore because I'm a little too good. But now I'm in the next level. And I might be too good for that one too. But it's still fun. Like I'm not exactly like I don't pull out all like the Andre Agassi shots in me and whatnot. Like I'm there to have fun and meet new people, and so far it's been pretty exciting. I get to go tomorrow for a Friendsgiving. They're doing like a holiday kind of event. I don't know, just we're the real estate brokerage is also going to be a vendor there, and we're gonna have a booth, and we're gonna have shirts that says "My realtor likes to dink." That is a pickleball term.
Okay.
I was gonna say, how well do you dink?
I know how to dink. I'm a good dinker.
Get a dink.
With regards to TV shows, I've been catching up on.
I'm a good dinker. So far, quote of the show.
I saw the episode title "Dinkin' My Balls." I've been catching up on. So I'm caught up on Shrinking.
Amazing.
I caught the second season of Shrinking.
Mel and I have to get back to that. We are lost in the morning show right now, season 3, which is actually very good. Yep. Better than season 2 so far.
I'm in the latest season of the morning show right now, although I think I'm 2 episodes behind right now. I saw Only Murders in the Building. I'm all caught up in that one.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And I just saw all 8 episodes of The Paper. And yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit obsessed with that show, I think.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Sounds like
I really
that's
did like
yeah.
it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was a little bit predictable, and some of the characters are a little too similar to ones in The Office. But
Yeah, but
it's still enjoyable.
Sure.
It's still
I feel like all of those shows, though, like Parks and Rec and The Office, they've really found their ground in season 2. So I'm sure they're still kind of figuring it out and working out the kinks.
Well, the
Yeah.
problem with The Office season 1 was they literally did the same exact episodes from the British version, and season two is when they finally started doing their own episodes. I actually felt like, yeah, this show got off to a slow start. The first episode was not so great, but you know, you got to develop those characters and whatnot, and
yeah.
I mean, again, the main storyline is a little bit predictable, but you still kind of root for them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the
Guys got to
characters.
keep the main thing the main thing.
It's all, yes, exactly.
Mel will appreciate that when she listens.
There's quite the cliffhanger at the end of the episode, or episode 8, I believe.
I think whatever the finale was.
Guys, how much of this bullet should I drink?
All of it.
All of it.
About that much?
Is that all of it?
You should put in more.
Cheers to 3 years.
Cheers to 3 years. Pete, how you been?
Good. Hold on, I have I have a list.
4th and 28. Jesus Christ, guys!
Wow, you prepared?
I didn't prepare. Steph helped me out. She hooked me up.
Oh, what a good wife.
She definitely makes me look better than I actually am. Okay. So recently, guys, Liam has pretty much decided that he is going to put himself to sleep now. We read him books, and then we go to say our goodnight stuff, and he literally hopped out of my lap one night. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, don't be annoying. And he was like, agua, like he wanted some water. And then I was like, okay. I'm like, come on back up. And then he just walks over to his crib in his sleep sack. So he's like, Grib. And I'm like, what? You just want to go in there? It was like, okay. Put him in there. He gets kind of tidy and he goes, night night, Dada. I was like, what? Is this a trick?
Guys,
is he going to scream as soon as I close the door? I'm like, okay, good night, buddy.
Don't complain.
No, I know. I just couldn't believe it. Shut the door. And he's up there for a little while, like singing to himself, doing whatever. And then like 30 minutes later, passed out. I'm like, oh my God. And
it's the dream.
So Steph,
and what time is this?
This was last week. So it's been going on for a couple.
No. Like what time of the day? 9-ish. And then he's like asleep by like 9:30, which is still later than we'd like, but it's just kind of...
It's not bad.
No, not bad. And now just today, and I think this was the second time that Steph went to lull him that he did it too. And now she's like, oh no, I thought I would have got one more night with him tonight, but no. He was testing her though. Like he just kept asking for agua and he would take one sip, put it down, but then he would ask for it again. And we're like, all right, come on. But it's crazy. He's
great win in parenting, Pete.
Definitely moving forward, and it's both exciting and also kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's gonna be 2 in a week.
Oh wow! Well, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I'll tell him you guys said so.
Please do.
I will.
I'll tell him in person.
He'll hear it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he's a listener.
He's an avid listener.
Yeah. Subscriber.
He's clicked that bell.
So, what else I got?
Go back to your list, buddy.
I know. This is what happens when I get too distracted.
List.
Sorry, so amazed by it. I'm working on it.
Actually,
hold on. I already covered that he's turning 2. And here's the other big thing. Steph and I, to celebrate the final year of Highmark Stadium before they move to Highmark Stadium, we're going to be going to the Bills game versus the Bucks this Sunday. In the 40 degrees and pouring rain and 25 mile an hour sustained winds. So,
is your mother watching your child?
Yeah.
Pretty good weather for New York, right?
It's pretty standard for Bills game in November. Yeah.
On par for this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
For this time of year.
Yeah. So we're going to go. Luckily it's a 1:00 game. So, and that's around Liam's nap time anyway. So I don't think my parents will have too much trouble. He loves playing with his Grammy and Papa. So. See, Mark, do you see what Mac Hollins just did? We can't do that.
You took that ball out of the sky.
I was gonna say that was a pretty good catch by Matt Collins.
He's good.
Anyway,
He's-
I'm not denying your knowledge, Pete. Keep going.
Okay, that was it. Actually, the turning 2 is the other thing on my list. So, yeah, we're Steph and I are super excited though about going to see the Bills. We got really good seats because we didn't go on an anniversary trip this year. We just couldn't fit it in logistically. So I'm like, well, we have money from that. I'm like, fuck it, let's get some great seats. So we're at the 35-yard line. I forget which side we're on, but we're like 15 rows up. It's like beautiful seats for that stadium.
You're not
You're gonna be
going like
hanging out
12
with the
hours in
phasers?
advance to like tailgate and
Well,
spend the night there in a tent.
Jump through a table.
So, yeah, we may
I
hang
think
out
Steph
with.
needs to go through a table.
I know.
Tim knows how to party. Is Tim going?
We're gonna try to hang out with like people in Western New York if we can. Hopefully, maybe Doug and Tim. We'll see. People from the show. You guys know us well. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about tailgating yet, so we'll think about that as we get another day or two closer.
I mean, it's in like 4 days, Pete.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Are you going to think about tailgating when you're in Buffalo?
You might need,
Probably.
to give your parents a little bit more of a heads
Yeah,
up.
no,
that
yeah,
they're
we'll
having the
we'll
baby
tell
for
them.
an extra like 5.
I'm gonna move a bedroom set for them
Yeah,
while
we'll
we're
tell
there
them,
per their request.
When we show up,
that's what.
they'll know.
Yep.
You'll be
No, I
funny
mean-
if when this episode comes out on the actual audio platforms, and like let's say like Tim and Lisa are listening to it, and that's how they find out that Pete's in Buffalo.
No, they know. Oh, Mark, did you see what Diggs just did there? Where the quarterback threw a pass to the
Pete,
outside and
I
he
know
caught
you
it.
missed your wide receivers.
That's
you missed
yeah.
your wide
We can't do that. Oh, do you see that one too? We can't do that one either.
That play was so good. Pete.
None of those
Oh my
things that are
God.
happening right now that seem pretty simple are things the Bills can do.
That
So
play
I'm
was
going to
so
say that all
good.
game. I'm going to be annoying as fuck because I'm annoyed by the Bills as all
mad.
fuck.
Pete's mad.
It's just so frustrating to watch how
It's
easy
been a
this
while since
is.
we've seen an angry
Come
Pete
on.
on the pod.
Your
All right.
receivers
Hey,
are
everyone.
open.
Hey everyone, why did Gillette Stadium's lights flicker?
I don't know.
Why, Mark?
Why, Mark?
Because the Pats offense burns so bright. Sorry, Pete. It's time for warm up your balls.
I guess it's better than
I
the
actually
radio
timed that on
headsets coming out, always going out to the visiting team exactly in a critical moment in the middle of the fourth quarter. So, there's that.
During this segment,
Sorry.
Pete will spin the wheel that will randomly select a question for our guests to answer. Are you ready, Grumpy Pete?
Yes. So for YouTube watchers, I apologize. I did not have a 5-person template set up with the website. So I've spent the entire time getting behind the scenes now, cobbling together a super ghetto version of it.
5 people before?
Not with the website overlay for some reason. I don't know what we did before.
Oh, with the website overlay. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I literally threw one together. So it's literally just our video windows like slapped on top of our overlay. It's pretty bad, but we're all in there. So you know what? I'll
Pete,
take.
Does that make you feel better?
What happened?
I mean, Trayvon Henderson probably has 20
Please
points.
tell
for
me
Pete
you
right
started
now.
Travion Henderson.
Of course I did. He's my only running back.
All right.
I have him in like
That's his third
There you go.
touchdown.
I have him in like a bunch of
There you
four
go.
stringers.
Anyway, spin the wheel, please.
I will. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. Let me distract me from anything but this. Okay.
I just want to be loved as much as Vrabes loved that guy last week when he was holding his hand.
Who's
That's what I
taking
wanted
this
to
question
love.
first? Because we have 2 guests now.
They
So
both are.
both. Okay. Who's someone dead
Yes, they have
or
to answer simultaneously.
yes, at the same time? Who's someone dead or alive that inspires you?
Dead or alive.
Yeah.
Who inspires?
Hmm.
I am
And it
my
could be
own
anyone on this
inspiration,
podcast.
So Eric, go ahead.
I am my own inspiration.
Lillian is my inspiration.
Oh, you guys aren't fun.
That's correct.
Come on, guys. All right, I'm going to warm you up because those both sucked. I am inspired by my daughter because, A, she is wonderful, but she has a real anxiety problem, and somehow she loves to be on stage, which I actually heard is a very common thing. But she tried out for her school play, which I forgot to say in the opener, but she tried out for her school play this year, like she did last year. She got the lead last year. And it's looking really good for this year too, from what I hear. So
Fingers crossed for her.
They're doing Beauty and the Beast, so Jamie has the opportunity to be a real life Belle. So I'm very excited for that. I'm going to pitch to the directors. Check this out. I'm going to pitch Story time with Belle for the little kids. Once we have the yellow dress bought.
Like it. I like
That's
it.
really cute.
Honestly, Jamie kind of is an inspiration to me too, to be honest with you. She's pretty
I love that.
pretty fantastic.
It's pretty great.
That's fair. Mark
Yeah.
is also an inspiration to me. Always with
No,
his
he's
hustles, always with his he is.
Ain't no
He
rest for the Mark.
adopted an elderly dog. He has like 17 jobs at any given time and still does this
18 now.
podcast
Yep.
for free. Like
This is why the U.S. economy's job numbers are still
I should inspire everyone.
reporting good because of Mark.
like runs fairly often enough to do at least a marathon occasionally. Done more
We're talking
marathons
about-
than I have.
Talking about inspiring people, did you see AOC shame pretty much Congress today?
That's fair. AOC is pretty inspirational.
Yeah.
She told them that they were shameful with her
Good.
minute on the floor on the record.
Good, because most of them
Just
suck.
good.
Do something.
Yeah, somebody should.
Appar-
Somebody should.
Apparently,
She putting herself
they're-
in that.
No, I mean she's not one of the people taking $1 million to take healthcare away. So no,
Yeah.
this was her main point. There's
Mhm.
8 senators that are taking $1 million to take
John
healthcare away.
has
By the
gone
way,
full Democrat.
They were just bought.
no, they're getting paid. It's just they're
Oh,
just
yeah.
getting more
It's
money.
like
Oh,
public
yeah.
record. Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah. This is like a real thing that's happening.
No,
And
I know.
yes, I've gone full Democrat. I'm a conservative Democrat, if that helps.
So you're
Next
like
question.
Okay,
This one's
anyway.
petering.
Yeah, let's next question. Okay, this is a fun one, maybe. What is the last or latest random act of kindness you have experienced or witnessed?
Experienced or witnessed. Random act of
Witness me.
When is National Kindness Day? Isn't that coming up, or did it already pass?
I don't know.
International.
But I mean, it could be
Day of
even
Kindness.
something like,
Our research department should look that up.
I know.
I think I'm pretty confident that I saw a guy buy a woman's groceries the other day in the store.
Ooh, that's a
for the
good
guy
pretty
who was
great.
behind the lady who was behind him. She was there with a child, and she didn't have a ton of stuff, but like formula and all that stuff was in the basket, and it seemed like he bought her groceries for her. So
But
I think that.
he might not.
Okay.
But he might not have.
I mean, I wasn't in the line with them, but I kind of heard the conversation, and it seemed like that was
Well,
what
that's
was going
awesome.
on. Yeah.
That's awesome. I ran a barbecue chicken fundraiser at at Jamie's school yesterday. That was yesterday, and we overbought because of some random donations. So it was a little less busy because it was rainy here in upstate New York, and we had a lot of extra. And so I organized with some of the other parents, some of the ones who had connections, to take the extra chicken and bring food to the city mission and the fire department and the police department, Samaritan Hospital. So we probably fed, 100 people. We offered food to the cleaning crew as they were leaving, so they took some meals. So I felt pretty good
Nice.
about that. Yes, I'm tooting my own horn for acts of kindness, but
No,
it was,
Hey, I mean-
it was pretty.
You witnessed your own
awesome.
act of kindness.
Hey, you know
I
what? Though?
did.
That's the thing, though. You do good stuff, it feels good.
Yeah.
Well, and all
Yeah,
the parents that helped, and that's one parent who brought had the connections to bring the food to these places. So all were very, very helpful. We put it on our socials, so it was really good.
Something
nice.
that comes to mind to me. This isn't necessarily like a charitable thing or something like that, but it definitely brought a smile to people's faces. And it's speaking Lillian's saying that I have like 18,000 jobs and whatnot, so I can't be everywhere sometimes. Some people want me to be around, and unfortunately I can't be there. So what I have done is I actually
clone yourself.
I got a fat head of myself. And this is legit. It's a 12 by 18 cardboard picture of my head, and I'm eating an LA hot dog, which is another story. But I give it to people that and they pose with it, and they love posing with it. I have so many pictures of all these people that I know that pose with my fat head.
Amazing.
It's great.
Forget
So-
AI. Fatheads are coming for your job.
Yeah.
So forget Flat Stanley, Flat Mark.
That's what I was thinking. Flat Mark instead of Flat Stanley. Mark's gonna end up in international with just.
So for all our tens of fans, tens of fans, we will post pictures of you with big heads of ours. I love this
Awesome.
idea.
How will they get them?
They will take them from the website. I don't know. There's lots of pictures of us.
Green
I don't, you
grab.
know what? I mean, they're not that
during
expensive. I could
YouTube.
actually, I'll make them out if you guys want. I got some pretty good pictures of us.
Nice.
We've already
want
seen
one.
AI Pete
John,
as
there's
well.
the screen grab right there that I would use.
No,
We've
I
already
want,
seen AI Pete.
Oh yeah.
I want us on the beach and Pete not on the beach, but on the beach. I love that picture. That's my favorite picture from the show.
It's,
That is yes.
it's literally
That's
on
our
our
favorite picture, non-picture.
our stream at the moment, right there with the Warm Up Your Balls title.
Picture, not picture.
Nice.
I'm not really there.
Next question. 3
All right.
minutes. We got to
Uno
be free.
más. Uno más.
All right.
3 minutos, por favor.
I will say Liam does nice stuff all the time.
Ándale, Piotr.
Okay. If you could get front
apparently
row
puts himself
tickets
to
to
bed.
any event, what would it be?
Ooh.
Not including this podcast.
Yes. You already have that.
Which we have front row tickets to.
To any event. So I can just make up an event. It doesn't have to be a real event.
I mean,
You could
it,
make up an event.
I guess, yeah. But I mean, like, sure.
Front row tickets.
Oh, I thought you had a made-up event in your mind.
I mean,
Like my
that's what
wedding or something like that.
I'm trying to think of like what bands I would put together. So I think what I would do
Like a
is I'd
festival?
put together. Well, it's hard to do front row tickets to a festival, right? Because like you're moving around stage to stage and everything like that. Otherwise, easy. I just went to When We Were Young, and I would have signed up for like front row tickets for that one, right? Because that
Think
like,
bigger.
Yeah.
listen.
Bigger.
But I mean, I don't know. Hamilton, when it first opened on Broadway, would be pretty.
Oh,
good.
that's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
The
You mean
original
behind the-
Broadway
Behind the
cast.
dugout with the Reds, on the 50-yard line with the Bengals.
I mean,
I was gonna say World Series game.
World Series. That's
World
fair.
Series.
Oh,
That's
that'd be pretty
fair.
amazing.
World
Yeah, there's some
Series-
big
World
stuff.
Series. World Series when
Yankees Reds. Yankees Reds.
World Series Yankees Reds would be pretty dope, but I was going to say Yankees
Good night, let's go.
Denver, obviously. Yankee Rockies, obviously the 2026.
I don't know if we'll be alive if the
matchup.
Yankees and Reds make a World Series.
Huh.
When was the last time the Reds made the World Series? Was it the 70s?
It's been a minute.
70s.
Wow.
It's been a minute.
So even longer than
Big
the
Red
Mets.
Machine.
The Big Red Machine.
It was the Big Red Machine.
Mhm.
was the
Even
last time they
longer than
actually
the
were in the World
Yankees these days, by the way.
Oh my God! Yeah,
whoa,
the
I
Yankees
just saw-
are in such a slump right now.
I just saw AD Mitchell's butt.
I mean,
Good for
it's-
you.
It's a nice butt. I just, gonna have that. That's gonna be on ESPN
did you have
highlights
a front
tonight.
row? You had a front row seat to AD Mitchell's butt.
I totally did. Somebody literally tried to tackle him by pulling his pants down.
I mean, they didn't
Okay then.
try to pull his pants down. They just tried to
I
tackle him.
believe that
by the
happened
legs.
to Gronk once too.
Oh,
Like
really?
someone like pants
That's funny.
Gronk in the middle of the game.
Well, now we
You
know
also
he's.
have
I mean-
to see some ass.
Yep. I mean,
I
Bill's
think
Bill's
that-
game front row, obviously for me.
You're already pretty close. You're 13 rows back.
We're not that far away, so
Yeah.
Like, if it was today, I would probably like something like courtside Knicks. That would be pretty awesome.
that would be cool. Actually,
Aaron
I feel
Brunson might be
like
hurt,
front row
though.
at a basketball game is just there's something different about it.
That's okay. We're 9 deep. We don't even fucking need him anymore.
Like it. Okay, hold on. Back up for a second. What makes it so special? Is it just the intimacy of the basketball arena being smaller? Everything's tighter in that you see all these celebrities want to be in the front row for that, but in like bigger arenas and sports, they're always way back up in these press boxes and suites.
I think it's that, and it's that the court is small enough that if you're like somewhat in the middle, you can actually see the entire game like even better when you're front row in basketball than like baseball. Like it's hard to tell if there's a hit. Like, is it going to be a home run? Is it not
That's
going to be a
true.
home run?
The field's
like,
just too big,
like,
yeah.
Football, same thing, right?
Yep.
Like if they move
I know.
at all, it's like. And football with the weather and everything, you kind of want to be in a box where it's weather controlled and you
Sure.
have
I mean,
food
also-
and all that
I
stuff.
know.
Like,
yeah.
Right.
if you're a celebrity, that's what you're paying for, right? Like you can see the entire field. You can have the
You know what,
TV
I
on
think
too, so you can like.
I think
see
you're onto
the
something.
replays and
I think they
everything.
like
Yeah.
the privacy of it. It's harder for people to harass them when they're in a place where the seats cost $10,000.
Sure, but I mean, like basketball game though, they're right there.
Yeah, I think
with the
basketball. You're right.
basketball players.
It's
Well,
like,
that-
it's like
yeah, I
the
guess so.
intimacy.
But I
Like
mean-
you can like you can see the sweat, right? Like
Sure.
you can't do that at football. You can't really do that at baseball.
Forget see the sweat. Like, your favorite basketball player is going to maybe fall into your lap.
Into
You're
your
gonna be
lap.
Right,
Yeah,
you're like, "Hey,
absolutely
dude."
true. Absolutely true.
You have to throw a ball to them because it literally bounces to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
But then
Like,
sounds
exactly.
awesome.
But I mean, they are
Yeah.
definitely more exposed in a basketball game, right? They don't have the privacy that John was talking about of a suite, whereas like some
What I'm saying
asshole
about
in the second
privacy
row
is
could be
that-
like, "Hey, that's like,
What I'm saying about the privacy is like Taylor Swift sits courtside at a Clippers game. Not a lot of people are going to bother her because everyone around her is either rich or famous.
That's true. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, I think that this will get into a whole nother conversation, which you don't have time to talk about. But like, I think courtside seats are one of those. They're good because they're expensive. They're a little bit.
They are the it
So, like,
seats
is the-
for basketball.
The
Yeah.
chicken and the egg, right? Are they expensive because they're good, or are they good because they're expensive? But I would argue
Yes.
probably both and.
All of the
it's both
above.
and.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what Yankee Stadium wants the behind home plate seats to be, but instead they're usually just half empty, and it's depressing.
Oh yeah.
But they are cushioned and they do have weight service.
I mean, they should literally have like a elevator where beer just comes up directly into the armrest. Like, do something cool like that.
They do pretty cool stuff. Like, you type into your phone, "Bring me a beer and chicken," and then the beer and chicken appears.
Do you want,
I
do you
guess
want
that's-
it to be
that's
like
just
the
a notice.
pneumatic tubes, like at a bank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like I want to type into my
Absolutely, I
phone, "Bring me a beer," and I want the beer to literally shoot into the
Yeah.
air, and I have to catch it.
Didn't that also happen in Back to the Future 2 when Marty goes to the future and he orders like a Pepsi and the Pepsi just appears on the bar? It just comes through the bar. Am I remembering that right? Anyway.
I've said this a
we should
lot.
move on.
Oh yeah.
We should
think
move on.
Lillian- All right. But I like Lillian's idea. I would definitely do original Broadway cast of a lot of
We're getting the X from John.
like Wicked.
Yes.
Stop it!
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, I control the script. All right.
Did you see Ariana
Go
Grande
where I
got
wanna
jumped?
go.
Did you see that Ariana Grande got jumped by a bunch of Asian women this week?
Wait, what?
I saw she got jumped by a fan, and Cynthia had to fight the fan off. Of
Oh my
her.
God.
Yeah, Cynthia Erivo body slammed a woman in
was like-
Singapore,
Wow.
and then their
thought that was a
bodyguards
dude.
threw her over the barrier. The bodyguards literally lifted the woman up and pushed her face first over the barrier.
Damn.
It's pretty dope.
It was pretty dope.
And now we hand things off to P for his returning segment.
Oh, yeah.
Pete, press your buttons. You had
I
so
am
much time.
Too many buttons. Mighty Morphin Power Rankings! At the start of the season, how many of you had the Colts and Patriots as your dominant teams in the AFC? I've got them at 5th and 6th, respectively, behind a wall of impenetrable NFC powerhouses, recently bolstered by Seattle rising to 4th. Who have you guys had that on there? The Rams and Eagles are still ramming and eagling their opponents, sometimes with flash, sometimes with sheer boredom. I'm glad YouTube spared me from watching that Monday night game due to these stupid Disney ESPN ABC royalty negotiations. The Ravens continue to soar back up the mountain at 10th and already look like the strongest team in the AFC North. The Chargers and Bears are hitting their stride, rising 2 spots each. And Buffalo, what the fuck was that? You're officially knocked down to 15th, aka the Fraud Watch spot. I'm TMing that. GM Brandon Bean, you need to go on a wide receiver rant apology tour to every single place you went on and bitched about it. A lot of shuffling in the middle as the whispers of Joe Cool's return are growing louder in Cincinnati. And a bunch of other teams just kind of looked meh. Miami is quite alive and would be ranked higher if awesome locker room celebrations and head coach trolling of Bills backer bars counted in the standings. Again, Bills, what the fuck was that? Sorry, John. At least the Jameis Winston experience could be fun to watch this weekend. And thanks. We'll take Daboll back now that you're done with him.
We suck again.
We suck again! All right, guys. To that, I open the floor.
I think that watching the coming of Jackson Smith and Jigba is literally one of the most exciting stories of this season. I think he is electric. And maybe that Sam Darnold is the real deal because wherever he goes, they win games. I love the Seahawks this year. They're so fun to watch. And I think they are very high. I think the Rams are
Good
very
offense
high.
and defense too. Yeah, both.
Yeah, so fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Rams are very high because I think Kyron Williams is, again, with Puka, that team is the real deal offensively. They
Big
don't
matchup this weekend.
Yeah. It amazes me
Big matchup this weekend between the Seahawks and Rams.
Yeah, it amazes me just how many more NFC teams seem to have truly complete rosters compared to the AFC this season. I didn't see that coming in the offseason. I guess it just quietly they've just been accumulating more and more talent over there, and bam, now it really is come to fruition.
I think that the Pats are probably better than the Colts.
Yeah,
but I think that your top four is close, though I would.
The Colts have beaten some slightly tougher competitions, although the Pats had a great win last week for sure against the Bucs. That was a tough matchup.
Yeah, that was their only other like really good win, I think this year, because they've had a fairly easy schedule. I mean, they did beat the Bills in Buffalo, and now, yeah, they definitely the Bucs. I mean, and then you have potentially a trap game today. You don't want to necessarily go look past the Jets, even though they're technically last in the division, but they are on a 2-game winning streak.
The Jets always
shut the fuck up. The Jets are bad.
The Jets always try to pull you down to their level. Like they're one of the best teams at doing that. Like they are the pigs of the league, where they just they throw you into the mud with them, and you're like, ah, shit.
I heard a sad stat
gross.
today that over the Brian Daboll tenure at New York, that the Jets have a half game better record than the Giants.
Oh yeah. Huh. Yikes.
Heard that stat today.
Yeah, I know that's pretty bad, John.
I mean, so here's the deal. There are exciting things happening in New York. Jackson Dart is the real deal. Brian Burns, with the help of Abdul Carter, is the real deal. Cam Scadaboo is the real deal. And I think any team that loses its wide receiver 1, RB1, and QB1 is sort of fucked. So, we'll talk about it, but I think Daboll deserved to be fired. I think that he mismanaged Dart in a lot of ways. But we'll talk about that. So how low do you have them? You probably have them pretty low.
29th.
Okay. I mean, we're terrible. The secondary is so fucking bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. But I think a lot of those massive collapses, and I think this is true with a lot of these bottom teams, is the coaching is just really bad.
Yeah. And I mean,
these bottom coaches.
It's just a bad year though with injuries too.
Aaron Glenn is a pretty bad coach. Brian Daboll was a pretty bad coach. I think that there's just a lot of bad coaches on the bottom.
Yeah, keep in mind Daboll was responsible for hiring his staff, so he has not done a very good job with hiring people underneath him.
Yeah. I think we've seen what Daboll's.
We will talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we've definitely seen what his strengths and weaknesses are. Like great coordinator, great offensive mind.
Now, what I'm going to say,
a good head coach.
And I hate to say this, but I think that the Cowboys are low. They're pretty.
They went up 2.
No, they're not.
They went up 2. I probably could have
tried defense.
I probably could have put him above Carolina, but Carolina's had a couple of really good weeks.
CeeDee's back.
Yeah,
CeeDee's back, and Javonte Williams is a top 10 running back. He is.
Their defense is still sus, though.
They went and got Luke Wilson. Logan Wilson. That is, Logan Wilson had a bad season, but I think it was because he was also a little bit disgruntled in Cincinnati because he lost his job to a rookie, and so I think that Logan Wilson is a great pickup for Dallas. Because they needed like a penetrating linebacker, and Logan Wilson, honestly, one of my favorite defenders of the last 5 years.
Wow.
I think that's pretty strong statement. I think the Steelers are too high.
They're kind of fraudy too, but
I understand.
I'm not going to put them above the Bills.
I know they're leading the division, but
I will keep them above the Bills until the Bills can beat them. So
I think that the Niners and the Falcons need to flip-flop. The Falcons have looked weak again. Like I keep telling Pete about the Falcons.
Players don't score touchdowns. They either really play well or they suck.
You know what?
Players don't score touchdowns on bad teams.
John, they won last week, and the Niners lost last week. I know the competition is different, but I mean, at this point of the season, you've got your shit together. You got to win the games you need to win and not lose the games you can't lose.
I just can't fathom the mismanagement of Bijan Robinson over the past 4 weeks. I just cannot fathom it. It's atrocious. He's the best
Yes.
running back in the whole entire league.
Yes,
and
but
he has been absolutely mismanaged.
the Falcons have him and Drake London and Kyle Pitts, but they will never use him, so I'm over it. I have Gadsden now. It's fine. I've moved on.
You do.
I do.
You won.
I don't even know where I got him.
Gadsden's a real deal.
I don't even remember getting him. I just had him. I was
he
like,
got
oh,
hurt.
he's on my roster.
got hurt.
Oh, he's getting like 12 points
He's
a game.
questionable this week.
That's fine. I still
That'll
got
be fine.
Kyle Pitts as a backup. But no,
Lillian,
I mean,
if I were to tell you that Pete ranked your Bengals literally halfway through on the power ranking at number 16,
Yeah.
would you agree with him?
that's up
I
5,
mean-
by the way, because of the whispers of Joe Burrow's return.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I guess we'll see how they do against Pittsburgh this weekend because they beat Pittsburgh the last time with Flacco, right?
Mhm.
And last week absolutely shit the bed. Defense. It was like
Yep.
last season all over
But
again.
the
right?
offense didn't shit the
The
bed.
the
No.
offense looked great, but I think part of the ranking has to be the complete team, right?
Yeah,
So I'm sure we'll get into a little bit more with Joe and the Bengals and everything later.
Can
in
I
the
ask you a
cast,
real?
but
Can I ask you a real Joe Flacco question though?
Sure.
Collusion with the Browns, and should the Browns management be fired for giving a divisional rival the thing they needed, not to lose 16 games?
I mean, the Browns are terrible. So, like,
The Browns
should
want
their
to get a high
entire
draft
staff
pick. I am
be
seeing-
fired?
But
Probably.
they went and they said, wow, Jake Browning is really a bad quarterback. You know what we should do? We should trade our divisional rival, the ageless wonder Joe Flacco, and watch them put up 100 points over the last 3 games.
John, I think
Like,
the Browns.
oh my God.
John, I
If
think the Browns
question
offense is
should
just
all
that
of the Browns
bad.
staff be fired? Yes, they should.
Yeah.
Because they're terrible.
But I
Like, they are all
don't.
terrible.
Yeah, I don't think it's conspiracy
Well,
or collusion.
this
I
is the
think they
same-
just suck.
Like, yeah. It's
This is the same
incompetent.
office
That's
that
fine.
is giving Deshaun Watson 230 grand.
Oh my
million.
God.
Yeah, John, just
No.
look at that deal and then tell me whether or not you think this is collusion or.
I mean, they're so
stupidity.
excited to get to Dylan
And Joe
Gabriel because everyone wants to have
looked
Jackson Dart.
older. Joe Flacco looked older than Aaron Rodgers does in when he was in Cleveland.
I mean,
Yeah.
is it the best? Is it
Yeah,
the best
that's true.
receivers Joe Flacco's ever had? Like he's like, this is fucking easy. It's
Yeah.
easy.
The best
in
receivers
Cincinnati.
anyone has ever
He was
had.
like, "Where was this when I was actually not old and crotchety?"
I mean, frankly, I didn't think that Joe Flacco was a very mobile quarterback, but you give him a weak as hell line, and all of a sudden he's moving. He's grooving. So
Looking for his
you
life.
incentivize him enough.
I guess so.
You are.
I mean,
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
the first person to talk shit about the Browns, but I do think that there's something to be said about, giving a vet like an actual opportunity.
Mhm.
I think that goes a long
You're just
way.
saying that because it was Veterans Day on Tuesday.
I do think it goes a long way for a franchise to, if they're going to be a destination where players might want to come to either have an opportunity to play or be able to get out if there's an opportunity elsewhere.
Mhm.
And it's clear that Flacco wasn't going to have that opportunity or a good opportunity in Cleveland. So, they get to move up around in a draft pick and he gets to thrive elsewhere and maybe have a nice sunset in his career. I think that players look kindly upon that.
Yeah,
I mean, Joe Flacco has sunsetted his career now 4 times.
True.
it's fine. He's just gonna keep doing it because it's fun.
4 times. 4
Yeah.
times.
You remember Vinny
All right,
Testaverde?
guys,
He played till he was 44.
Before we run out of time, I have a couple questions about a few teams. Broncos.
We are.
Broncos, hot or not?
No, but keep going. Ask your questions. Mid.
I
The
have
Broncos
them
are
at
mid
9.
again.
Do they deserve to be at 9 still?
Too high.
I'm not a
Too high.
believer.
They're like 8
That's
and
too high?
2.
That defense is pretty damn
The
good.
defense is balling. They are the opposite of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. Their defense is elite, but I mean they've also won at least 2 games just because the other team wanted to lose.
True. Okay. Green Bay
All right,
Packers.
John.
Packers really not.
Losing Tuck hurts. I don't think they're real anymore. The
Okay.
offense doesn't work without Tucker Kraft.
I never thought they were real. Okay,
I-
Jordan Love has
let's
done
remind
nothing.
Okay.
Let's remind the crew that Eric is a Packers fan.
Oh,
Well,
they're holding at 11. They're
Eric, does the offense work without Tucker Kraft? Because it didn't look like it last weekend.
it did not.
I mean, I think Philly's D is a little underrated, but they need to figure out how that offense is going to function. They're going to be getting Javonte
Your
back.
offensive line's hurt too.
Okay.
The offensive line is hurt in mid in the first place.
Okay. Last
I think
question.
they're-
Who's more
I mean,
real,
lost
the
their starting
Chargers
center.
or the Bears?
Chargers.
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 That's
Okay.
easy.
Bears are exciting though. They're
Chargers also
actually
just
looking much
lost.
better.
They
I'll fuck
lost
the
their
Bears.
2 starting tackles, so I'm gonna actually say Bears on that one.
That's the poor Chargers.
Bears
man.
are also kind of real.
That's what I'm
Caleb
saying.
looks good. I mean, honestly, you can't judge last week. Beating the Giants is not a success.
No, it's not.
a
But
success.
They're
it's
what are they,
looking
6-3.
it looks good though what they're doing on offense.
What I do like about the Bears is that it seems like the Ben Johnson era is starting to pick up steam. They believe in themselves. Their locker room talk, when you see it on TikTok, is really fun and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're finally realizing they drafted a pretty good tight end. They're actually passing the ball to Colson Loveland, which is cool. And I mean, for a draft that had 2 tight ends worth drafting, and now the 2 other ones that got drafted are the better parts of the team, and Harold Fannin or Rondi Gadsden. Who knows?
Yeah.
I just wish Ben Johnson
Tyler
had gone, like,
Warren.
the AFC West.
No, I mean, Tyler Warren is the best tight end of the draft so far because he's on the 8-2 Indianapolis Colts that I said were going to be terrible because Daniel Jones is apparently, I don't know, good.
Who knew? All right. All right, guys.
Well, it's easy to be good when you have an MVP running back.
It's easy to be good when you have an MVP running back and a stellar offensive line that just gives you time to survey
and an
NFL
offensive
defense.
scheme. Again, who knew that this is possible to
by the
do?
way-
That you make the offensive throws and things easy on the quarterback.
By the way,
Oh,
that
and
big
have
dum dum,
amazing skill players.
Yes.
that big
Yeah.
dum dum, by the way, did sort of show his true colors. I think he had 2 interceptions and a fumble the last game, so he is still a big dum dum.
But he's a big dum-dum with like the keys to a Ferrari right now.
I guess.
We'll see if it crashes or if it thrives.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
I'd like to thank one of this week's fake sponsors, ChoreCore.
Well,
Fitness meets housework in this app that turns cleaning into cardio. ChoreCore. Vacuum, sweat, repeat.
amazing.
I would
like
All
that
right,
one
shall we
more.
kick off the shindig?
Yeah.
These are songs from 2002.
Ooh.
A topic like this, some people wait a lifetime for a topic like this. Some people search forever for that one special kiss. Oh, I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for first topic like this.
The first season of American
Sensual,
Idol was
Mark.
2002.
better than Kelly Clarkson herself.
Well,
to be
when this came out as a single, it was in 2002.
Mm.
After the first season of American Idol.
By the way, did I
That
clip?
counts. That
Our
counts.
song?
No, you're good, Mark.
All right, good. So every NFL team looks for that franchise quarterback that lasts the years and cements them as a perennial powerhouse. In the past few years, we've seen some teams invest big dollars in those that thought that they were that one and only. But it seems like those big bucks have led to big headaches. So everyone, what should these NFL teams do with their quarterbacks that just recently signed big contracts? And I'm going to list them one by one, and we'll discuss each one. So first, Kyler Murray in Arizona.
Go back to the A's.
That was a mistake to sign that little peanut.
He's so little. He's so fun. He's such a little firecracker. But I just
Fun-sized, bite-sized.
yeah. I think
mean, okay,
Kyler
so
Murray needs
I
a
think
very particular set of coaching skills and scheme to get the most out of him, and I don't think
So you
that's
think he
happening
could
in
still be
Arizona
an
right
NFL
now.
quarterback?
With the right
No.
personnel and coaching, maybe. Yes.
Could he be
they-
a good quarterback in San Francisco?
Anybody could be a quarterback. You and I could be a quarterback in San Francisco.
Here's the thing about Arizona and Kyler Murray. They went and got him Marvin Harrison, which is an equal amount of skill to Caleb Williams. Came in right off the bat, supposed to be great. They still don't know how to use Marvin Harrison in Arizona.
Is Marvin Harrison
you know what,
actually
actually-
good though? That's
Do
the
you
other
want-
question.
Do you want
I
to know
have.
why? Do you
All
want to
right,
know why?
here's the thing.
Do you want to know why? Arizona has been good the last couple of weeks because Jacoby Brissett is their quarterback.
That was just
Oh
what I
yeah,
was going to
it's
say, John.
definitely it looks better
whatever
with him
reason-
with Brissett in there. You're 100%
For whatever
right.
reason, Marvin Harrison Jr. has had an easier time catching Jacoby Brissett's ball than Kyler Murray's. And
Trey
it's probably
Benson.
because Kyler Murray
Trey
just
Benson.
Yeah.
Trey Benson's a running back, John.
No, I'm the fucking tight end whose name escapes me.
Well,
McBride.
Is
Gotcha,
Murray just
yeah.
not as
Trey
good
McBride.
of a
Trey McBride.
Trey McBride. Yes,
Like-
and Trey McBride, who is amazing, having a great 3 weeks because Brissett is a much better throwing quarterback. And so my question is, where is there any run-first quarterback in the NFL now that is elite?
that is elite?
Justin Fields is a run-first
none.
quarterback. Kyler Murray is a run-first
Yeah,
quarterback.
but he's not elite.
I
No,
mean,
but none of them are elite
Lamar
because it doesn't
Jackson.
make an
Lamar
elite
elite.
position. I don't think Lamar's a run-first quarterback. Lamar is a
not
passing
No,
quarterback.
I guess no. Yeah, he's not
Lamar's
really a
a
run
passing
first.
quarterback that can run. That's
Yeah,
what makes
okay,
him elite,
I see what
but
you're
he's
saying.
both.
Like a true Michael Vick archetype kind of thing,
Yes, because
or like Colin
Justin and
Kaepernick,
Kyler,
like right those kind of guys.
I mean, Justin and Kyler
RG3.
being the guys who can do that, who
Yeah.
can do that probably the best right now, are not good quarterbacks.
No,
So Kyler has 36.8 million guaranteed for next year, and then no more guaranteed money really after that. So should Arizona trade Kyler Murray?
Yes,
I think they should shop him
Who
for
do
Who do you
sure.
think would like him? Who do you think would like him?
I mean, Tennessee.
No, he's
There are
not.
plenty of.
Or do they do the Russell Wilson experiment and just outright drop him?
You know what's funny? I could totally see the Jets grabbing him. He would be an upgrade over
this
Justin
isn't
Fields.
work. Is it working? It's not working.
It would work better than
Look at them.
like
It's the Jets, John.
or
Sorry,
okay,
Matt.
Look,
Justin doesn't work either.
I know. I feel so bad. I want to root for Justin Fields so hard.
I wanted him to be so good.
Me too.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next one.
Okay.
Trevor
Yeah, 'cause
Lawrence
we-
and Jacksonville.
This is a tough one.
Florida man.
How?
I just don't think he's that good, which is weird because it was like he was the golden boy coming out of the draft, right? Literally with the golden
can't go
flowing hair,
anywhere
like he
else.
looked like a Disney character.
No, he can't go anywhere else. He looks like a quintessential Florida man.
Yes,
He can't go anywhere else.
he's
Blake Bortles.
surfer dude quarterback. That's pretty much it.
All right, Mark got it. Good.
If Hawaii had a team, he could go there.
True. That's fair. He could.
I never understood Trevor Lawrence either.
His
I never
arms,
got it.
To me-
his arms
to
look
me,
awesome.
He's very hot or cold. Like he
Yeah.
can be very good, and then also he can lose really stupid games for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah, he's
I think he's going to be 26s or 27s Daniel Jones, where he goes to another team and just becomes.
I agree. I think he's going
He
to
could
go
be-
to a different scenario, and he could be a really good quarterback.
I could see
Keep
that.
in mind,
yeah.
he has had like 18,000 different head coaches and offensive coordinators.
Yeah, I think he would benefit of this list. He would
I mean,
benefit.
one of them was Urban Meyer for like
Yeah,
2 months.
of all the quarterbacks on this list, and by all of the three, he would benefit the most from a truly like transformatively good coach. Like he does. I don't think he's ever, like Mark said, I don't think he's ever had that in Jacksonville. Like Jacksonville is a cesspool of like just bad organizational decisions and coaching.
You know what I mean? Like, what was it? 3 seasons ago, they were in the playoffs. What happened with that team that Trevor Lawrence was at the helm of, and this team, which, I mean, on paper is probably better.
I mean,
with
they have had their share of
Etienne-
injuries this year. But
Etienne was there, but Brian Thomas Jr. is 100% the real deal. He is very good at football.
I will say
mean-
when the Jaguars were good, right? You're right. They had that playoff run. They got to the divisional round and went toe to toe with the Chiefs for most of that game. I don't think there was enough film out on Lawrence yet. Like Lawrence had arrived, but the league hadn't caught up with him yet. That's a different story now. The league is definitely caught up with him now.
I think that probably makes the most sense. That's probably a good point.
That's all I can think of. And the problem is,
So
right,
he
if you have good
is-
enough coaching, you can evolve past that and counterpunch. But Lawrence doesn't have the staff or the, like
So
the brain
he's in
power
a very
behind that.
difficult. He's in a very difficult contract situation from a Jacksonville perspective because he just signed a 5-year, $275 million
Oof,
deal
yeah.
that runs to 2030, and
What's
of
the
which
dead
I
head?
believe
What's the
it's
dead cap hit on that?
guaranteed at like $200 million.
Oof!
Yeah.
Wow.
So now there is a potential out for the team in 2029, but that's a long, long time from now.
Oh, that's about the year that the Eagles will finally have to start paying for their players because their GM is a genius.
All right, the third quarterback is Brock Purdy in San Francisco.
I mean, it's the
He's
same
not going
problem.
anywhere.
No, but it's the same problem.
Is it the same
Mac
problem?
Yeah, the same problem as Kyler Murray. That team is better with Mac Jones.
Is it?
Better.
I think it's
Yes.
about the same, honestly.
I have
Purdy's
never
done some
been-
pretty good stuff.
Listen, man, I have literally never, not one day in his whole career, been on the Brock Purdy train. And the fact that he's been injured for most of this season and the Niners are still mostly the same is not a surprise to me. It's not.
Yeah, I've always felt Brock Purdy was very overrated. So
Very overrated.
Overrated,
like-
I agree. Yes. I don't know if Mac Jones is necessarily better, though. I just think it's about the same.
I
like
think
you said.
I think you could. I mean, what's weird about this season is you could put 2024 Daniel Jones on that list, an overpaid quarterback who has never let up. Because like there's this urge in the NFL to find that franchise quarterback and pay him. And so like in owners' minds, it's like, well, once we pay him, he's going to be great. And that in these guys in 2024, Daniel Jones, these guys, it has never worked. It never works. It is either obvious or it's not. What I think is and we're out of time, but what I think is an interesting angle on this question is also the Jaden Danielses and the CJ Strouds of it all, like guys who looked good in 1 and even 2 and now are kind of not panning out at the end of their rookie deals.
But what do you do with Brock? You literally just signed him to a 5-year, $265 million.
Well, that was
Dude,
clearly a mistake.
I saw literally 6 or 7 memes about this where they're telling Mac to play down because anybody can play in San Francisco. Anybody. And we just paid Brock so much money to just run this offense that is already good.
Was that contract purely like a, hey, thanks for getting us to like a couple NFC title games, and was he in a Super Bowl too? Or was that the year that his arm turned into a wet noodle? No, they didn't make it that year.
Oh no,
they got the Eagles beat them that year.
That was last year.
Yes, that was couple years ago.
The Jets are really excited with themselves for losing by 10 in the fourth quarter.
They're hanging on better than I thought.
All right, if we had extra time, I was going to ask about Jordan Love.
He's still an enigma. I feel like. What do you all think?
Oh, we don't. So let's move. No.
One word.
No.
Yes, no.
No.
Yes.
He's the same. He is average.
Okay.
Average.
All right.
Sorry, Eric. Average.
All right. Next time.
I mean, you all just kind of proved the point I was trying to make. Why you signing these average quarterbacks to these big fucking contracts?
I think
Mark, I literally.
I think John alluded
Be better
to it.
NFL.
John knows this better than any of
trend.
us. Yep. John knows this better than any of us.
That's right. Daniel
The
Jones set the bar.
$40 million for that guy.
It's why so many corporations are using AI because they don't want FOMO, right? Like that's what they're signing. They're signing these contracts because other people did it, and they don't want to be left out of that. Like that's what's happening.
Yep.
Well said.
All right, next song. Don't be fooled by the chops that I got. Yes, the next topic it's gonna start. You can talk a little or just talk a lot. Don't matter where we go or where we came from.
It's a good one.
Nice.
Banger.
So, you guys thought there was a missing quarterback in that list. There was. We're going to talk about him.
Oh.
So, the coolest man in Ohio, Joe Burrow, hits the front end of his IR designation after suffering a serious case of turf toe in week 2. At a presser this week, he said he'd like to be ready for his Thanksgiving Day game, November 27th, against divisional rivals, the Ravens. This is the latest setback for the former number 1 pick, who has had many of them throughout his career. In addition to his bizarre wrist injury in 2023, Burrow has also suffered a season-ending left knee injury in 2020, a strained calf in 23, and many others. In Burrow's 6 seasons as a starter, he suffered 3 season-ending injuries and missed roughly 1/3 of scheduled regular season games. Despite the injuries and missed games, Joe Burrow is a statistically impressive quarterback, leading the Bengals to a Super Bowl in 22 and being the second-ranked QB going into this season after throwing 42 touchdowns in the 2024 season. So I have a really basic question. Is Joe Burrow an elite quarterback despite his very questionable injury history? And how does a weak offensive line impact an elite quarterback's development and longevity?
Tremendously.
Yes, when he's
Next topic.
yeah, elite. Yes, when he's healthy, but that's the big asterisk, though, isn't it?
But he's healthy, like you just said. He's missed 1/3 of his game, so he's healthy 2/3 of the time, right?
2/3 of the time he's elite every time.
2/3 of the time, yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, even though he misses games over a year, his stats are still superior. Like he can miss 1/3 of games and still have superior stats. Like he is an elite quarterback. I agree with you that he needs an offensive line, right? Like I said it earlier, like Joe Flacco knows the line is shit. That's why he's all of a sudden a mobile quarterback, right?
Uh-huh.
Like
At 45 years old.
Running for his
45
life.
years
Whatever he
old.
is, or whatever he is.
At
I mean,
57 years old. That's
I think
how
it's so
mobile he is.
interesting
Yeah.
how good Joe Burrow's stats are for how little games he's played. And like, it is amazing to me. I mean, and just like thinking it as like a logical experiment, how good he would be if he played like a Patrick Mahomes amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, some of that though is game script too. Like he needs to do that, and the team is kind of in like, well, fuck it mode. Our defense is terrible, so you gotta sling it all over the place. Plus, having Jamar Chase and T Higgins for pretty much your entire career doesn't hurt.
Jamar Chase obviously carries a lot of that, right? But also
that's your best wide receiver tandem in the league, I still think.
I don't think the defense is that bad. I don't understand what's going on with the No, when Joe Burrow was still playing,
All right, maybe
they
compared
weren't
to the
bad.
Cowboys, they're not that bad.
When Joe Burrow was still playing,
Yeah,
they're not bad.
that
I don't know if he was like trying to lead them and help them on the sidelines, and now that he's not even on the sidelines, they like crumbled. Because,
on the sidelines.
like I said,
You saw the pass that
game,
Caleb Williams threw to Colston Loveland, and you're telling me that's not a bad defense?
You're talking about last game, and last game was awful. I agree with you.
There's been a lot of those last games.
But when Joe Burrow, before he got turf toe, granted not super high into the season, but they started the season looking fine. And then
they were 2-0, right, for the first time in his career.
They had two very easy games.
Yeah, but
the defense,
usually they blow
looked
those
solid
games
for
early
those.
in the season.
It's because they usually have two hard games to start the year.
Oh, okay.
He's also
Fair,
usually hurt to start the year.
That's not even true. They last season they didn't have a hard game.
You're right. They lost the Patriots at the beginning of last year. That's
because
not
exactly. And it was the defense that just blew it, right? Because it was like Joe Burrow put up. I don't know.
Was it
40,
the defense?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
man.
last season, obviously. Last season, they sucked. This season, they won. They were looking pretty good to start, and then they've just gotten progressively worse every single time.
I wish
right?
you could see the world through Lillian's rose-colored glasses.
I will say, hey,
Wasn't last season the season that they started against the Ravens and they lost for the little toe out?
that was a tough. Yeah, that was a close ass game. I remember that.
Well, there were so many games like that last season. I think they started against the Patriots last season, right?
So if the Chiefs last year won the most one-score games, I think that the Bengals lost the most one-score games.
Absolutely
Yeah.
did. That was last season.
They had
Everybody
bad luck
agrees
last
the
year.
defense was trash, garbage, on fire, send it down the river, dump it. It was terrible.
I mean, I think that Barrett
was
Carter
optimistic
is
when they
going to
started.
be very good. I think that Jordan Battle is going to be very good. I think there's a lot of good young players on the Bengals defense. To be honest, now that Joe Flacco's there, and maybe cool Joe Burrow is going to be back one day, I think that they are still solid. I mean,
they could still win the
Jack.
North, honestly. It's a battle between, I feel like, the Bengals and Ravens, as we all expected it to be at the start of the season. You don't think so?
I mean, it's certainly not the Browns, and Pittsburgh sucks.
Yeah.
So.
Pittsburgh's fading. I don't think Pittsburgh's pretty much won all the games they're going to win this year.
To go back to John's question, is a good offensive line super critical for a developing quarterback? It's critical for all quarterbacks.
It depends on the kind of quarterback.
Going back, hold on. So I saw in a show with Jeff Saturday, who was the starting center for the Indianapolis Colts while Peyton Manning was on there, and he happened to say that the offensive coordinator at the time was Tom Moore. He was Peyton for his entire career in Indianapolis, and they said they always put invested in their offensive line. Think about it. Did Peyton Manning or Tom Brady ever have a bad offensive line?
Right.
No.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that I think one of the greatest mistakes that Joe Burrow has made in his professional life is the deal that he made with that 5-year contract to get the $50 whatever million per year that he structured it as. Like, I would have liked to see him take maybe a longer contract for less more guaranteed dollars overall, but less per year, and have them have that flexibility to not have a question whether they were going to get Hendrickson and Higgins and Chase, but then also have the flexibility to get more offensive linemen to begin.
So I'm gonna end this topic on the most interesting point that I wanted to make in this conversation that I wanted to save till the end. After 71 games, Andrew Luck, who, by the way, retired from the NFL because he didn't want to have brain damage and die. He retired in the
That's
NFL
fair.
at 71 games. How many sacks? Well, let's talk about how many sacks that Andrew Luck had. Andrew Luck had 157 sacks after 71 games. After 71 games, can anyone guess at how many sacks Can you guess how many sacks Joe Burrow is after 71
I feel
games?
like it might be higher because there were some games where he took 9 of them.
I feel like it's higher.
194.
It is 201.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And so the
Almost 3 a
comparison,
game.
This is why
The
he's hurt
comparison
all the time.
between-
He gets the shit kicked out of him. Like he's
the
not a
comparison
mobile.
between Joe Burrow's career and Andrew Luck's career is
Right.
real, because Andrew Luck was good until he wasn't.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
And he was like, I better stop.
yeah.
No,
it-
Andrew Luck was always a really good quarterback, but he just decided to walk away from the game because he feared for his life.
Sure, he was
Really.
his body was getting destroyed. Dude, if I was building the perfect quarterback, I would gladly take Burrow's brain and maybe arm. I would not take the rest of his body. Like that's where like the Allens, Lamars, Mahomes, those are the guys that can handle that.
But I mean,
Burrow's not that guy.
At 201 sacks, does anybody survive?
Yeah, so I mean, I
Some,
think the injuries
but
that
not-
he's
not a
taking
Burrow's body
are
type.
frustrating
Some.
for me. I think
I
the
agree.
injuries he's taking are frustrating for me because, like, going into this season that you're going to get hit a shitload, right? So work on flexibility, work on falling well, work on those things that like you can train against turf toe, Joe. Look
Can
at
you?
ballerinas. You can do it. I promise you. You know you're going to get the shit kicked out of you.
I
So
wanna
train for it.
I want to see now a Joe Burrow like taking ballerina lessons in the off-season video.
Please. I, as
I'm
a
hearing
fan,
Sugar
would
Plum
be so
Fairies in my head
excited.
right now.
So we're at time, and can we end on that? Because that is fucking great.
That was awesome,
is
Lillian.
golden.
Thank you.
Come on.
I do
my
think
gosh.
Joe Burrow is the best pure quarterback in the NFL.
Pure
100%.
passer, yes.
I agree with him completely.
Matt Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford.
Interesting.
You guys will
Move
probably
on.
remember this one. Ready? All the things she said, all these things she said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said. It's next topic now.
I know
It's
that song.
Next topic now. I think I did that in the wrong key.
Close enough.
Had to.
So the 2024 QB draft class could potentially be the best one we've seen since 1983, by which that one
2024?
had 3 Hall of Fame. I said 2024.
Let's keep talking. I'm
3
sorry.
Hall of
Okay.
Famers in Jim Kelly, John Elway, and Dan Marino. Now, while it's probably premature to enshrine any of these youngsters, just about all of them seem to be set up for the better and for the long haul as well. We've got Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson in Chicago, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn in D.C., Drake May and Mike Vrabel in New England, J.J. McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota, and Bo Nix and Sean Payton in Denver. So, everyone, which team that drafted a first-round QB in 2024 is set up the best for the long term?
I think it's
I
the
mean,
team
only
that's
3 of those. Mark, only 3 of those teams are good. JJ is kind of
Yeah,
flopping,
he's not
and
doing so
Jaden
well so
is
far.
also kind of flopping.
All
I
right,
think
but JJ has been hurt. For this is yes, technically his second year, but this is I think his 6th game that he's played.
I mean he's a rookie this
That's
year.
coming up.
Essentially.
This is
He's-
he's still essentially in his
I mean-
rookie year. And Kevin O'Connell remember he's the one that revitalized Sam Darnold, and Kirk Cousins was a good quarterback in Minnesota as well. I mean, I think people just have to be a little bit patient with JJ because JJ has definitely seemed like he's done.
I've
some
seen
pretty
I've
good
seen
things. Plus, you have
flashes.
Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison.
I mean, but
with
he has
McCarthy
Justin
though, it's
Jefferson and Jordan. Got him.
no, you're right, John. That is true. He has incredible wide receiver talent there. But
I mean, they're so good,
It's
and
a-
he's not good yet. He's not good yet.
he's had flashes, but it's still a question mark. Rookie year, I almost feel like you got to throw out. Like Josh Allen looked atrocious
play his
some
rookie
games
year.
in his rookie year, and then other games he's jumping over linebackers. We're like, holy shit,
And then
he's going to be
what's really
amazing.
odd about this conversation is that Jaden looked infallible last year. Jaden was the best 4th quarter quarterback in the NFL last season.
He was certainly the quickest one to like get up to NFL speed. Yes,
And
and
I'm gonna
the
make a
Commanders don't-
controversial. I'm gonna make a controversial statement, and I don't even like the statement because I feel like he has a very punchable face. But I think it's Bo Nix in Denver.
Really?
I don't think
I do.
he's,
I don't know if Denver's good because of its offense.
or at least because
No,
of
yeah, I
him.
agree.
Fine,
It's-
but I don't think Denver's good because of its offense.
I think
They're
Bo Nix
thriving in
is
spite of
fine,
Bo Nix.
but he's not like elite. Yeah.
Now
I
you know
agree.
who's the
No,
best
I
setup
agree.
because I think this, and Pete said it in 3 seconds. The Patriots are good again, and it's because of Drake May.
Right now it's
I
May.
think May looks like the best. I think Jaden Daniels, is probably getting a little underrated at this point, just because I think that last year, I mean, the Commanders
He set the bar
were-
so high last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
and the Commanders were a
They
surprise
made it to
team
the
last year.
NFC Championship game.
Yeah, they were great last
like,
year.
and they weren't supposed to be great last year.
Right.
No.
And obviously they took a step back, and I think that's been disappointing. And I think that his biggest thing is just, can he stay healthy? Because he's not a big guy. Mobility is a big part of his game.
Mhm.
Well, and
Well,
I think
hold
that
on, though. The question was which team is set up best for the long term, not which quarterback is the best, right? So I still think it's Denver. That's what's informing me, right?
Okay.
So it's not which quarterback is the best elite quarterback for the potential, right? It's which team is set up, and that's why I said Denver, right? Because I think they have the best holistic team set up for the long term.
it's not
I
wrong.
don't think you're. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have a very good young defense.
Yeah.
and
Though I
there's
still
some
think
pretty
New
good
England
skill-
is a better team.
There's some pretty good
Really?
skill
Okay.
players in Denver as well. You got Cortland Sutton. You got
Mhm.
R.J. Harvey, who's supposed to be the next Alvin Kamara. You have Troy Franklin. That's another wide receiver there.
He's
Chris Mims
really
Jr.
impressive
They
this
have
year.
a lot of good skill players, and
Yeah.
that
J.K.
defense. I mean,
Dobbins.
the defense
Dobbins.
is going to break all the sack records
Yeah.
this year.
Mhm.
For sure. But I mean, like, if
But
the
the answer's
question
Patriots.
is which of these quarterbacks is best, then that's fair. But so John, you still think New England has a better team overall set up?
I mean, they are
Offensively,
winning
yes.
more games more impressively. They have better wide receivers. They have a better running back. I mean, I think New England is going to probably be, sorry, Pete, the AFC champion this year. They look really, really good.
I mean, at this point,
Really
it's
good.
pretty inevitable. Yeah. I mean,
And Pete
yeah.
had 1 year without them, 1 year, and he even looks a little
it's like
Tom.
5 years
So-
without them. I don't. Okay.
He even looks a little like
The only
Tom.
time the Patriots in the last 5 years were close was the year where there was 50-mile-an-hour winds and Belichick decided to not throw a single pass in that entire game,
Now,
Nothing.
I
and
think
they
that
won it, which was that was the weirdest game I've ever
I
seen.
agree. I don't think that Jaden is bad. I think that I said it right when they did it. I think that jettisoning Brian Robinson Jr. for a rookie was a mistake. I think that their running game is less good. It's less good.
That was
Well,
bizarre.
you didn't know Austin
Yeah.
Echo was going to tear his ACL.
Well,
Austin
you
Eckler's
know,
old, man.
You
What-
go with the old guy over the 25-year-old who's
Yeah.
been solid every season.
That's
who
never a
he
good
literally
move.
he hasn't had a good season in San Francisco because he's literally just underneath the depth chart. But when he's the guy, Brian Robinson Jr. is the guy.
Yeah, I agree
like
with that.
him a
I think he's
lot as a
talented.
player. So, I mean, I think that was a mistake. Croxy Merritt isn't working out. Terry's been hurt all season. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely counting out Jaden, but now that his arm is, bent sideways, I don't think that's going to be great.
That's
Yeah.
tough to come back from. I'll be honest.
It's tough to come
So,
back from.
of all these quarterbacks, I would feel like
By the way, I am not convinced by JJ. JJ has not been impressive this season at all.
he's shown
I'm a
flashes, but
certified Caleb Williams hater.
He's on my dynasty team, so I have to believe in him.
yeah, I feel like Daniels is a
McCarthy?
big incomplete this season. Like question
You
mark.
missed that trade?
Bo is going to be like
Yeah.
high floor,
Oh,
low
no,
ceiling.
I did see that.
All right, shut up. I got here. We go. Lightning
Yeah,
round.
Pete's got a point.
Lightning round. JJ. Question mark.
We're out of time.
We
No, just kidding.
hey.
47 seconds, Pete. Hurry up.
JJ. Incomplete
question
question mark. Bo Nix. High floor, low ceiling. Jaden Daniels, the most pure talent of all these quarterbacks, but he doesn't have the supporting cast around him. And Drake May is set up to succeed the best with coaching, personnel, all that stuff, and he looks pretty good. I think he may be the best overall because he's got the whole package there.
I'll say
Best
for the
coach.
Bears,
Yeah.
Caleb
Braves
Williams
was the real deal.
best pickup that they could have gotten because the Bears were shitty to begin with. To be
Oh,
fair,
Caleb,
low,
yeah.
low bar. As,
Right. Sorry.
but-
I put Caleb.
He almost got ruined by Matt Eberflus.
Yeah. I'd put
Fucking
Caleb in the
Eberflus.
same talent ability as Drake May. It's just he doesn't have as good a coaching.
No.
You don't think so?
Caleb's really his main attribute is the fact that he's just very athletic, and he's gotten himself out of a lot of sticky situations in the past few weeks just because of how athletic.
Well,
he is.
he's not as accurate as May for sure. May is crazy accurate.
When he faces good defenses, he folds like a.
Caleb is mid.
He's been getting better this year though. I feel like he's pushing past the mid level.
I mean, once you learn,
I think he's mid. I think he's on the way up still.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think he's still learning Ben Johnson's playbook because he struggled with it in the preseason, and I think he's going to get better.
They are getting better.
They are. It's clear. All right, and we're at time.
All right.
Standing in line to see the show tonight, and there's a light on, heavy glow. By the way, I tried to say next topic. I'm waiting for.
Next topic.
So, guys, it's rant o'clock.
It
was made clear to Brian Daboll that he needed to win to remain the New York Giants head coach. Owner John Mara expected better results than another 2-8 record for the third consecutive season, and with more work done in the offseason and the draft, and more excitement for fans, you heard me, than in recent history. The Giants aren't just losing. They are finding new and unprecedented ways to lose every week. The Giants have squandered 3 10-point fourth quarter leads this season, 2 of which were under 4 minutes remaining. I heard it broken down today. They were 90% winners in the fourth quarter of all those games, and losing all those games, the odds of that were 1 in 60,000. They're just the second team in the Super Bowl era to squander that many leads, and Brian Daboll is finally out with an 11-33 record over the past 3 seasons. By the way, winning Coach of the Year his first season with the Giants in 9-7-1. So assistant coach Mike Kafka takes over as interim as the search begins, which, by the way, because they can't figure it out, is apparently being led by good old Joe Schoen. So do we agree with the decision to fire Brian Daboll? And with so many obvious coaching mistakes and game mismanagement, why did they wait so long? Also, who do we think is going to be his replacement?
Good questions there.
Belichick, obviously.
Yeah, let's...
No.
I'm joking.
I mean, I heard a thing about that. I don't think any Giant fan, especially with the defensive problems, would be sad if somebody said, hey, Belichick's going to come back because they're good friends and it would make sense, and, drop his North Carolina contract or his UNC contract.
No.
Maybe. Anyway, Chuck, because I talk a lot.
I actually...
Do we agree with the decision? Yes.
100%.
I actually do not agree with the decision. I really don't. I don't think... listen, while Daboll has made some really boneheaded decisions this year, I don't believe it really 100% falls on him. I really don't agree that Joe Schoen still has his job.
Well, that's bullshit.
It makes
that
me
one I
think,
don't understand. I feel like they bullshit away.
It makes me think that somehow Mara would talk to Joe Schoen, and Mara told him like his thoughts on the team, and Joe Schoen, I think, threw Daboll under the bus, which is why I think Daboll doesn't have a job and Joe Schoen does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair, but I mean, so much of the head coaching game and the football game in general is politics, right? So, like, if you can't play the game, if you can't play the politics game,
I'm going to tell you what I think as a Giants fan. And we're going to take those 3 games as examples. And I think that the biggest part in those 3 games is that he was coaching those games to not lose them. He wasn't coaching those games to win them.
He was, his ass was on fire, and he needed to somehow get it out.
Cover 7 in games where you were blitzing the whole game, and like literally Denver, like Bo Nix couldn't handle that front 4. He couldn't handle it. They didn't score any points in 3 quarters. He couldn't handle it. And then you play this passive game and you're getting picked apart, and you get picked apart the first time, fine. You get picked apart the second time, fine. But the third and the fourth time, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Was that on Daboll or with the defensive coordinator?
Both and.
I'm going to tell you, and because Shane Bowen is Daboll's fucking responsibility. He picked him. He literally picked him.
The DC is hired by the head coach.
So
That's true.
I think Bowen needs to go. Bowen for sure needs to go. And I think if Kafka's smart and he wants to keep this job, he will get rid of him. I heard he was talking to Wink to try to bring Wink back. I would love Wink to come back.
Do you think
that the
Kafka has
defense is
a
pretty good at
John? Do you think
think
Kafka
so.
has a
I think-
chance at this job?
if they win 3 more, maybe.
Okay.
I mean,
No, they're gonna get a big name, I think.
It is New York.
So who do you
They're
think?
gonna
gonna-
get a big name.
They're going to lose Kafka if they don't hire him on as head coach, I think.
100%.
He could be assistant to the head coach.
And I mean, I think that the offense, to Eric's point, I think the offense is pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, even
Oh yeah, the problem
without
is on the
Scat,
offense.
even without Scat, even without Leak, 30 points a game for 4 games. I mean, with Dart, so we'll see how Jameis does, but I think
Dart
that
and
they
Scat
look
both,
fine.
hmm
I
I mean, it's going to look like a different team.
And that defense is like we were all like splooshing over that front four.
Yeah,
and
on
the
paper they
defense
look
has not
the
done
best in the
anything.
league. Yeah.
But I think maybe the reason for that is we keep calling it a front four. What have they been playing all year, John?
not a front four.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Wait,
got
are they
3 down
3-4?
linemen for the most part.
are you serious?
Nope.
Why?
And they're basically playing nickel with 3 down linemen.
What
By
is
the
it,
way,
the year
because Shane
1977?
Because Shane Bowen is a fucking idiot.
Ugh.
That's why. By the way, we're playing third string secondary. Our secondary is injured to shit. Adebu's been out for most of the season, so we're playing, weak out there. So we were talking about the draft today at the Giants. What would they do with a pick? And I mean, I think the best cornerback in the league in the draft would probably be good with this top 5 pick we're going to get, right?
With Joe Shane being in charge of finding the new head coach, I have zero faith that they're going to get the right person. And I think it's going to be offensive minded because they want to have an offensive minded coach with Jackson Dart. So I think it's either going to be Mike McCarthy or Josh McDaniels.
No, but
Those
let's
are the
actually
two
think of
candidates.
real suggestions. First, I'm going to ask, do you think
No,
they
I
can
think
pull
those
Lane
are
Kiffin?
real suggestions.
Do you think they can pull-
Please no with Mike
Do you
McCarthy.
think they can pull Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss? Would you think they offer him the job?
Lane Kiffin's a defensive coach.
But he's Jackson Dart's guy. Jackson Dart literally excelled in Ole Miss. He broke all the records. They know each other. And this decision, by the way, and that's why initially I said maybe Gruden, this decision has to be a Jackson Dart guy because I have to build the team around him.
Do you think there's a coach out there that's not a Jackson Dart guy?
No,
You
but I
think
mean,
there's
guys
one
like
person out there. I mean, come on, all of us that have been like, I'm not the Giants fan. Pete's not a Giants fan, but we're both like 100% on Jackson Dart.
I mean,
No, but I'm not saying about
if he can keep his head out of
I'm
getting
not saying
concussions
somebody
every
who's
other
pro
game,
Jackson
sure.
Dart. I'm saying a guy who knows Jackson Dart, who's helped
Yeah, I
Jackson
don't think
Dart
you
be
need
a
that.
professional football.
Yeah.
I don't think you need that.
No, I mean,
Well-
I mean, maybe obviously biased because Cincinnati, right? So, like, we've seen Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase work together, and we've seen that magic, right? So, I think there is something to be said for 2 people who work together and know how to talk to each other, even without using words. So, I
That's
think that
quarterback
carries
and
over
wide
into the
receiver.
coaching staff, right? No, it carries over into the coaching staff too.
Well, here-
if
okay,
you
here's the
understand your
thing.
players, then you understand how to win.
Here's the thing: the people that have been around Jackson Dart have turned him into a player that feels like he has to be a human battering ram in order to get yards. in
And
a
so
football game, okay?
that is my
So
final.
I think you need someone that's going to lay down the law. So in a
By the
lot
way,
of
that's my
sense, you probably need a
final
Bill Belichick.
That's my final strike,
or at least
against
a tougher tougher coach. Yeah.
against Dabe's. I think that his need to win was pushed into this kid's ability to win and made him feel like sacrificing his body was important. And I think that not even the loss, not even the 3 squandered the 3 squandered losses, not even the loss. I think that the thing that really got him fired was Dart getting concussed.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you because
100%.
he was just essentially he was like, oh, what's a play that gets yards? Oh, how about a QB power?
Right.
And that's how he got hurt.
I think
It's sad
I read
because-
that he had 60% designed QB runs. Literally, most of the playbook
Ugh.
was him running.
Well, yeah, and it's sad because like you guys are talking about wanting a coach that is tough on like, hey, we're not going to let that happen. I feel like that was Daboll, but like you guys said, he was at this point in the red, being desperate for his job, so he pretty much resorted to whatever the fuck he needed to do to win. So yeah, it's kind of a sad story because I feel like Daboll maybe had more in the tank, although his game management was still questionable.
Bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the record was bad, right? 20 and 40 in 4 seasons, right?
11 and
the name
33.
that came to
In
mind
3 seasons,
when
yeah.
Mark was talking about it was Nick Saban for me.
Is he
My
ever
wish
going to
list,
leave? He's got such a cushy job in college, though.
By the way, my top
Maybe.
guy, my wish list guy is Clint Kubiak. That's who I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not a bad
That's what I
choice.
want. That's my
not
top
a bad
guy.
choice. That's an OC in Seattle. By the
Yeah,
way, I
OC
want
in
to point
Seattle.
out how
I
well I
can
really
see
know my
that.
team because I picked this game to be 27-15, and the final was 27-14.
High five.
Wow.
And we're out of time.
Need that sound.
I just got a text by Mark.
Here's another
Facepalm
fake
to the
sponsor:
Patriots.
Glimmer Grips, fingerless gloves that glow in the dark and help you open jars. Glimmer Grips, spirit fingers for your fridge.
What the fuck?
Finally.
This is
That's the one.
lightsaber jar
That's the
opening gloves?
one.
Like, what is happening here?
I do, John. I
All
knew you
those
would like
jars
that
I
one
have to open.
That's
in the
the
day.
one.
Do it in
better. I knew you would
style.
like that one better. All right. You told me you love me. Why did you leave me all alone? Now you tell me you need me when you call me on the phone. Girl, I refuse. You must have me confused with some other guy. The bridges were burned. Now it's your turn to cry. It's the next topic. It's the next topic. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Girl. So as John definitely predicted, and what cost me a bourbon for Jeffem, the Dodgers took the World Series with back-to-back titles. And while we may now have a new evil empire in the game of baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays did take them to 7 games and almost won, but couldn't hold the lead in that final game.
I was really rooting
Now all
for
the
that.
big names are returning next year, including World Series MVP Yoshinobu Yamamoto and reigning MVP Shohei Ohtani. The players that will test the free agent market are mainly role players, and it seems like the Dodgers may not have dug that big enough hole of debt as they are eyeing the big names like Kyle Tucker and, sorry, John, Cody Bellinger. So, everyone, would you bet on the Dodgers or the field next year as the World Series champion?
It depends on if we get Paul Skeens. Honestly,
How are you going to
Again-
get Paul Skeens?
because he wants to be a Yankee, and Lily has already moved to New York.
Is that enough to
this is
complete?
Your whole, you really what the Pirates are going to want for Paul Skeens? They're going to want your whole
don't-
roster.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Is that
I mean,
enough to overthrow the entire empire that is?
So the Dodgers are playing global thermonuclear warfare, and they have 6 number 1 pitchers, and they do.
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers
and
look
the only
unstoppable
way to-
at this point.
The only way to beat that is to have as many number 1 starters as you can get. And you know who the best, youngest, most contract-friendly one is? It's Paul Skeens. Get Paul Skeens.
I think
That's it.
if we're talking potential aces that might be on the market this offseason, Tarek
Hoskins.
is probably the much more realistic one.
Scribble's not on the market this season.
No,
I don't think he is either.
He's under
but
team control, I think, for the next 10 years.
I
I
mean,
don't know much about the Blue Jays or about about Toronto, and so I was shocked how good they were once they made it to the World Series. You feel like that's going away next year? That like I don't know. Comeback
We'll
magic
see.
that it was?
We'll see. They have a
the
couple.
The Yankees had the same record as the Blue Jays. I mean, I think that playoff baseball's fun because it's about momentum, and I think that Vlad wanted it more than anybody.
Yeah.
Really,
They signed Vlad Jr. to a long-term deal last year or beginning of this year, something like that. So he's on that team for another like 5,000 years.
Well, and it feels like they're
a lot
better
of the
at
pitchers,
postseason baseball than the
well,
Yankees.
a lot their pitching came out of nowhere because a lot of the pitchers they used, this was like their first year in the majors, and no one had really seen them.
Their best pitcher was Savage, who pitched like 60 innings.
Savage.
Savage.
I love his name. It wasn't Savage. Yes, Savage.
Yes, Savage.
Beautiful.
I like it.
But what was his go-to pitch? The splitter. We talked about that a little while ago. How the splitter needs to make a comeback into Major League Baseball.
That was the whole. I feel like we spent like half a show talking about that.
Embarrassing for hitters.
I mean, there's like, unless you hang it, there's really no way you can hit a good splitter. No way. That's why Yamamoto was on fire in the playoffs too. He's got an amazing splitter.
So, but that brings us back. I think that the Dodgers are really difficult to beat. Like, they've structured the
they have $1 billion payroll.
They've structured their contracts very, very smartly, right? Like that
Have they?
I think so. Well, at least for these few years, they have. Well, I guess we'll revisit it in 5 to 10. Maybe they'll be trash garbage then. But right now, they have the ability to win some World Series, which they're doing. So next year, those contracts are still structured to win some World Series.
We asked this question when the Dodgers started this nonsense, which I hate, by the way, because it makes baseball not interesting. Like, really not interesting.
They're just out yanking you.
No, but what's the goal? What is the goal? Like, when all these contracts come due, when you have to pay Shohei his $1 billion in 5 years, how do they not go bankrupt? Like, do you make extra money for winning 7 World Series? Is that the plan?
You attract more people for winning 7 World Series.
But how do you not go bankrupt? Because right now they have $1 billion due in 5 years.
I think the idea is that you're going to have to pay Shohei, so you're the Dodgers. Instead of paying $50 million this year, you put that money into some investment fund, and you get the interest. Even in a conservative investment over the next.
Oh yeah, they're totally
years.
Republicing their way out of that mess. But I also think
it's what they should do, right?
I actually
8%
think
interest conservatively in 10 years.
I actually think they're
going to
probably list the team for sale in a few years when all that money's supposed to hit. I think that's what they're going to do.
You're probably right, but it's really dumb.
Like
the fact that's even possible is really stupid.
We might also just see a bunch of Bobby Bonilla days. It'll be like LA Day, where they have to pay $1 million a year for the next 100 years or something like that.
Bobby Bonilla days are only painful if you don't have 2 World Series in the 2 years that you've signed Bobby Bonilla for. Ohtani's already paid for himself.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, not just in terms of the actual on-field success, but in terms of setting the Dodgers up to be the destination for Japanese stars for the next generation.
It already
like,
is.
the Dodgers already
got the whole Japanese All-Star team.
They were already pretty set up for that, right? Like, they're the closest to Japan geographically. Like, you can live in LA and go back to Japan on the shortest flight anywhere until Hawaii starts a team, as Pete's already alluded to. But
I was gonna say, gotta go for those Hawaii teams.
Yeah, we got to get those Hawaii teams out there. But other than that, like, the Dodgers are already set up for success in that, and they capitalized on it, and that's the smartest business decision they've ever done.
And that was Seattle for a minute there.
But what's your thoughts about Tetsuya Aime, who, by the way, I think is interested in coming to the Yankees, at least earlier reports?
He is the one, or the current Japanese star that I have the most interest for the Yankees in.
And everyone else.
I mean, there. I forget his name. Starts with an M. I don't want to butcher it and embarrass myself and get myself canceled. But he's primarily a first baseman DH.
It says Munetaka Murakami.
That's the one. He's just not
good enough.
The bat's great. He's just not a good fit for the Yankees roster construction at this point. So I think that I don't think he's going to sign with them. I think he's going to go to San Diego or Seattle.
I think that roster roster design specifically is very, very important. And I think that the Yankees struggle a little bit with that. Especially at least with Boone still fucking in charge. I don't think he designs lineups well. I mean, because we were just kind of outmanaged in the playoffs, I think, this year. That's the feeling that I got, where we got ourselves into positions where we didn't, late in games, we didn't have the right bats available. We just didn't.
I think yes, it's Boone, but also Cashman has not designed good postseason rosters.
I have a controversial question. If the Dodgers tried to offer Shohei Ohtani's contract to the Yankees next season, would they take it?
1,000%.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani,
What about the season after that?
I think you take him in 2030.
I mean, Lil, that's like if we got a time machine and could get 25-year-old Babe Ruth, would we? Yes.
But that's the thing. So I think that you are to the earlier question about why they structured their contracts and that way, and are they going to go bankrupt? If I'm the Dodgers,
they are going to go bankrupt.
I'm selling Shohei Ohtani's contract on year 5 or whatever to another team because they're going to be excited to take him, and then I don't have to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, but is he worth $1 billion in year 5?
That's what I just asked. Is he worth $1 billion in year 4? Currently, yes, because he's Babe Ruth.
I mean, yeah, he is Babe Ruth. He's better than Babe Ruth.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep in mind, keep in mind, it doesn't actually turn into $68 million until year 11 of the contract.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. If it's next year, the year after, if it's year 4, if it's year 5,
I have another related
2030,
question.
as Eric just said, then apparently he's still that contract.
Does MLB owners this coming season, seeing now the Dodgers have won 2 World Series off of the back of this crazy idea, do they change the way they sign players? Does this become the norm? Or do the rules change? Or do the rules shut off the ability for teams to do this?
I think Ohtani is unique. In every sense of the word, but he's unique in the deferral sense because not every other player is making $50 million in endorsements.
And deferred money is not a new thing. It's not something that the Dodgers invented, but this is the first time that a team is doing it at the sheer volume of that anyone else has done it. I mean, I believe someone actually calculated out. It is, I mean, while we're joking, it's $1 billion payroll. They're literally going to have to pay out $1 billion potentially in 2030.
Yeah,
or something in some year in the future or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, as a Reds fan, Ken Griffey Jr. was our most highest paid player until like last season. So
I think it's like the 3rd highest.
I mean, is it something that's sustainable for any business to just kick the can down the road with paying your bills? I mean, how does that work for any of us?
There's a bunch of businesses that sure do that, though, Mark.
Yeah. Well, look at a lot of these AI corporations that are just like literally shoveling money in between each other right now to stay afloat and keep the bubble going.
And I think to your earlier comment, part of the strategy is, okay, well, we'll just sell to somebody else once the bill comes due, right?
I think that's going to happen.
I think the thing that pisses me the most off is it's
it's like Elon Musk Dodgers. It's
like the letter of the law, but not really the breadth of it. Like you're following the rules, but you're also cheating. And they joked about it. They're ruining baseball. They're ruining baseball.
Yeah.
I know they joked about it and they thought it was funny, which also pissed me off. But I literally said in April, without any thought, research, reading, anything, that the Dodgers were going to win the World Series, and they did. And by the way, they're going to win it next year. I will tell you.
So you take the Dodgers over the field.
100%.
Eric, what about you?
I take the field just on probability's sake, but the Dodgers are going to be the best team.
No, the Dodgers are going to win.
Field.
Scotch bet. The Dodgers are going to win.
Lil Dodgers field. What do you think?
Can I get on this?
No,
I know you don't know much about baseball. What do you think? Dodgers or Fields?
I don't know.
Dodgers. That's the right answer.
Hey, the Blue Jays almost got him this time.
They did.
I'm going to take the field.
I will do a Scotch bet.
I'm going to take the field.
After free agency.
If anything's ruining baseball, I think it's betting, to be honest with you.
It's the Dodgers. The Dodgers are ruining baseball, and we got to move on.
All right, this is one I'm potentially going to really clip. I'm going to try to do this one real quick.
Okay, here we go.
Oh wait, now that I think about it, no, this is the quiet part of the song. Ready? All my life I've been searching for something. Something never comes, never leads to nothing. Nothing satisfies, but I'm getting closer to next topic at the end of the rope. All night long, a dream of the day. When it comes around and it's taken away, leaves me with a feeling when I feel the most. Feel it come alive when I see your ghost. Oh wait,
God, I love that. Jesus Christ, I love that song. Guys, we gotta hurry up. We are not doing well.
Fast mode now. The rest of the show.
So many guests.
Speed rounds.
John, talk
we
fast.
Gotta stay themed. No, we gotta stay themed, and we talked about it already. But the New York Yankees have to start the winter rebuild, and the easiest domino is to re-sign Cody Bellinger after a very successful rental season. Bellinger does not just fill an outfield spot; he offers a legitimate threat to provide protection for perennial MVP Aaron Judge. The prospective deal is projected at 6 years, $180 million. After Cody Bellinger, there are very few impactful outfielders, but they include Kyle Tucker, Cedric Mullins, or Mike Yastrzemski. I think I said that right.
Yeah, Carl Yastrzemski.
That sounded right.
Right. How important is Cody Bellinger to the success of the 25-26 Yankees? Besides the outfielders, what are some of the other top free agents for the Yankees next season? And I am going to say, Eric, tell me what you think, buddy.
I mean, I think Tucker should be the priority. Like
I was going to say, yeah, I thought Tucker was going to be priority than Bellinger.
Is it Tucker over Bellinger? Do you let Bellinger walk and use that money on Tucker? Because obviously they both can't play. I mean, I guess they could.
I mean, they could
Tucker's
go
gonna be
full
more.
Steinbrenner and sign both, but I if it's one or the other, Kyle Tucker would be my pick. I mean, he's younger, he's better, more athletic. It's the Yankees' move to go after Tucker.
Cody Bellinger is pretty athletic. I mean, he's a top defensive position in all the outfield spots. Like, no, I mean, legitimately,
like, he is a great backup plan. I just mean in terms of Tucker's going to steal 20 bases. He's going to walk. He's going to be able to play strong outfield defense. I mean, Bellinger does too, but I mean, I think the age really, I think, is the biggest difference, because if you're going to be looking at signing Bellinger to it, like a 5-6 year deal, Tucker to an 8-ish year deal, probably, that takes him through his 36, 37.
They're only 2 years apart, right? I mean, I guess the difference between 28 and 30 is a big deal in professional sports, but it's only 2 years. It's not even a full 2 years.
You heard 6 years, 180 million, because I heard it could have been like an 8 or 10 year deal.
That's what the post said. 6 years, 180.
For Tucker?
I mean, no, for Bellinger.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't see Bellinger.
Tucker, I've heard
more.
10.
I don't like. I've seen some of those comparisons to Tucker and like Soto's contract. I don't think he's going to get anything close to that. Soto, I think, is an anomaly because he's just a generational talent in terms of when he was a free agent too, because with his age and just what he's already proven.
Yeah.
Tucker, I think the only knock against him is that he has had a couple injury scares, but I don't think that's going to take anything away from the contract he's going to get.
Absolutely not. He had a fantastic year. Once again, in a contract year. Imagine that.
I
personally don't think the Yankees should sign either of them. They're going to be worth too much money. They're going to be worth too much money.
Yeah, but when does that ever, Mark? When does that ever stop the Yankees, though?
I think that the most important piece of this conversation is lineup protection for Aaron Judge. Right, that's the most important piece.
That you definitely need that. Doesn't Ben Rice do that though?
He does one side of it, but you definitely need the other side. You also need more than one fucking outfielder, and you need a defensive outfielder, really and truthfully. And right now, Cody Bellinger is probably the strongest part of that outfield defensively. I mean, honestly, I would like to get Bellinger re-signed, and I think re-signing Bellinger is so simple. Dad played for the team. He got to experience the old timers game this year. He literally said, I want to be a Yankee. So just fucking scoop him up. Just scoop him up. Just
I think all of those things, like if Cody's willing to give the team, a kind of beneficial contract, I could see them going that way. I just don't think that's going to happen. And
I think 180 is a fucking steal for Cody Bellinger in his current state. I think
maybe in the first 2 years, the second half of that contract, it's going to be not good.
Because Cody's already had a significant drop off and kind of bounced back a little bit, from his peak. Whereas I think Kyle Tucker's only getting better.
I mean, fuck, I wouldn't mind Kyle Tucker either. Let's talk about the other things that the Yankees need. What are the other things that the Yankees need?
Pitching.
And maybe even what are some of the most impactful shut up. I heard that. What are some of the most impactful free agents on the market this year?
There really aren't many.
I mean, I think signing one of the two big name Japanese pitchers should be high in the priority list for the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, like we were just talking about, I think Aime is the best Japanese signing for the Yankees, and I think that he's already. I think he might go to San Diego, but I don't think he's going to go to the Dodgers.
I heard he wants to be a Yankee.
To say.
That's what I heard.
He said that wants to be a Yankee.
I feel like you say that for every single player.
Mark.
He said
you don't even hear things. You just assume everyone wants to be. Yeah, exactly. You just assume everyone wants to be a Yankee.
Everybody wants to be a Yankee. Go on.
Aime said he wants to strike out Shohei Ohtani as like a career goal. So you can't do that if you're a Dodger.
That's true.
So I think
that's true.
So I mean, San Diego is also a very logical landing spot for him, but I think the Yankees are going to go hard for him. So I think
that's too. Uncle Steve
True.
is definitely going to throw some money out there.
I
already know the Red Sox aren't. I already know the Red Sox aren't. Don Henry also doesn't want to spend money.
Do the funniest thing ever and pick up Pete Alonso, because that would be funny.
The Yankees?
Oh. Yeah, that would be funny.
I mean, you technically need a first baseman, right?
Nah, we got Ben Rice.
I like
Ben Rice as your catcher.
He's everything. He plays any position he can because he needs to be in the lineup the most days possible because he's a fucking gem.
He should play catcher, and then when the ball gets hit, he runs over to first base. I believe he's that.
He'll be the Bugs Bunny of it all.
He'll be the Bugs Bunny of it.
Possibly.
No, I think they're slotting Ben Rice in to be their starting first baseman next year. So I don't think they're gonna go after.
I think that I said this again early in the season. I think that the whole purpose of Paul Goldschmidt was to prep Ben Rice for first base,
or at least see what they got. And it turns out they have arguably their second best hitter.
Yeah,
because I mean, if you look at Ben Rice's Savant page and you're a Yankees fan, that's almost pornographic.
I read that too. That his numbers in his sophomore year were shockingly close to Aaron Judge's.
Yeah, like you see, like again, maybe I'm nerding myself out here, but like his Baseball Savant page, it's just all red, which is a good thing.
Okay.
It's an exciting time.
Wait, is red good or bad?
Besides the early exit, it is an exciting time to be a Yankees fan because I think that there are a lot of things that are going very well, but they do have to put the lineup, they have to put the roster together, and they have to do it well. They have to.
It's a nervous time to be a Yankees fan because we're also exiting the primes of Cole and Judge.
Yes.
So, like, we need to do shit now.
Fire Aaron Boone.
Oh my God.
Fire, like, they're not going to. I don't
fire Aaron Boone.
Go in your time machine when you pick up 25-year-old Babe Ruth and fire Aaron Boone.
Those would be two very good moves. Like, I would know to do those two things.
If Boone, like, this is the butterfly effect. If Boone never hit the home run,
if Boone never hit the home run, no.
If Tim Wakefield didn't come in and throw that meatball to Aaron
I'm not
Boone,
saying he should never be a Yankee. He just don't be a Yankee manager.
But
by the way, I've been watching the second season of Wednesday, and who's in the second season of Wednesday? Christopher Lloyd.
Oh yeah, he is. Well,
yes, that is true. 1.21 gigawatts.
Hold on, Christopher Lloyd's head started in season 2.
That's true.
Okay, but his head doesn't get the credit.
I mean,
Kinda does.
Anyway, we should move on. Speed mode, bitches.
We should have ended on pornographic.
We should have.
that was pretty good.
We should have. But I needed to
we'll
talk about it.
We'll fast forward to a few years later, and no one knows except the both of us. I'm more than honored your request for silence that you talk about next topic with me. I'll be very impressed if I'll be very impressed if anyone other than Lillian knows that song.
That was 2002.
That was 2002.
We're very old.
Yeah, I know.
We were alive in 2002. That was Alanis Morissette, hands
Oh,
down.
it was Alanis Morissette. I was
Wow.
in high school.
I wasn't.
Oh, now I feel old.
You weren't alive.
So
in
the American
2002.
the American dream may seem so far out of reach for some people. The housing market for the past few years has seen a lot of people holding on to their low COVID interest rates while multiple home buyers fight for the small amount of inventory available for sale. Now, the effect of this has seen the median sales price of a home go up nearly 28% as a nation in the last 5 years. Now, 2 ideas have been unveiled this week to possibly help out home buyers in a 50-year mortgage, hopefully self-explanatory, and the portable mortgage where the borrower can transfer the same terms to the next loan. So everyone, do we like the ideas of a 50-year mortgage or a portable mortgage to ultimately help the housing crisis?
No, the 50 years is going to ruin the housing. Like, it's going to make it
You
worse.
guys don't like the portable mortgage?
Portable mortgage, I think,
That's-
is
Don't
a little
understand how
more
that
It's
works.
just better promise.
But I
don't understand
my
how that
understanding is it still basically fucks over younger new home buyers.
What I would like to see for
Yeah, me as a homeowner would love
young-
the portable mortgage.
what I would like to see for new homeowners is that your rental history can transfer to mortgage history. So if you've proven for 5 years that you can pay $2,000 a month as a rental, then that can transfer over to a mortgage.
Oh, I see.
And that decreases your down payment, because down payment is like the biggest barrier to a mortgage, right? So that
PMI
decreases
as
your
well.
down payment and your mortgage insurance, right?
Well, that's
fuck,
a big
fuck
thing is
mortgage
PMI.
insurance, by the way.
PMI. So this is what I always
Agreed, Pete.
tell
Stupid.
home buyers.
Yeah.
PMI does a home buyer absolutely. It does absolutely nothing for a home buyer.
No,
All it
it's-
does is
it's-
protect the bank.
It's a
It
money
just protects
sink.
the bank.
It's a money sink.
Yeah. But
And there was a time, there was a need for it at, like back in the day, but now probably not so much. It's really just a money grab.
It literally
The-
should be called penalty mortgage insurance because it's literally a penalty on the home buyer.
Hell yeah.
the 50-year mortgage, I think all that does is you already said it, right? There's low inventory. So like creating more opportunity for people, like more demand where there's no supply. What does that do? But even if you figure out a way that you're like, all right, fine, people can finally afford an insurance, like it drops it for the average $400,000 loan or a mortgage, it drops it by a few $100s a month. All that does is say, okay, great. As
And
long
then do you
as
see how much more interest you pay?
Yeah.
You pay like
$300 more.
3 times as much interest. But even taking that aside for like the monthly amount, all it does is say, okay, great. Now you can actually afford a house because, as I think we all know, home ownership costs more than renting per month, right? Like you end up having to pay for maintenance. You end up having to pay for, so like
Well, I guess if you add up
it
all
tricks-
that.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that statement, but you need to put down more money in order to get a house than a rental.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
barrier of
sure.
entry
all you
is
really need
harder
is
to own a
just too much
house.
rent essentially for a rental, but you need to put down as little as 3% on a house. So on a $300,000 house, you have to come up with $9,000.
Yeah.
right. Which is part of my argument for saying that rental history should go towards pay, like not needing to have as much of a down payment and all that.
That's I mean, all that really is going to do is affect your credit score. And so that would affect the that could affect your interest rate. It's the biggest thing is the debt to income ratio though. That's the biggest thing.
That's my argument is that the whole point of mortgage insurance and the whole point of a down payment is to reduce the risk to the bank, right? So if somebody can prove I can give you this much money every month and I can show that I've done that for somebody for X number of years or months or whatever, then that already reduces your risk to the bank.
Mm.
So what are you saying that lenders should be open to accepting a lower down payment? Like how little?
Correct.
How little?
I would argue no down payment in some cases.
Ooh,
Like when
that's
I bought
tough.
When I
That's
bought
tough.
my first house, granted, it was Ohio, it was the Midwest, and the house was less than $100,000. It was a time to be alive. But I bought my first house, my down payment was $1.97.
Damn.
Well, all right.
So why can't we do
there
that for
are
a bunch of
there
borrowers?
are a lot of programs out there for first-time home buyers that provide down payment assistance that you can bring
For a
like
few $1,000s,
very
right? For like
for very
$5,000.
no. It's
Okay.
in Massachusetts you can get 25 or 30,000. In Rhode Island you can get 15 or 20.
Right, fair enough.
As a realtor, I know this.
Yeah.
I trust you to know these things.
I've had some clients. I've had some clients that have brought like maybe like a few $100s to the closing table. So there are ways to do that. Now there used to be some better programs out there that that essentially you would ultimately have they could put more money down, have a lower monthly payment, so on and so forth. So there are some programs out there for first-time home buyers.
Fair enough.
Now, hopefully, you know a good realtor that knows about these, so that you can find
That's-
them.
Listen,
you know
I
a good
think
Self.
I know a great
Self-promo
realtor
there.
that's
In the like Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New England area, maybe.
Right.
I
soon to be
think that
Connecticut
we
as
are
well.
in a funny place where people want things that they can't afford, and to just
Well,
expand payment time
Like
is
groceries.
just exactly shit, right? But is
Well,
to
all
just
right.
give money. No, because we're out of time, so I don't want to get into it too much. But like we're getting into a place where we're just trapping people in longer term financial responsibility
Yep.
to give them more an opportunity to get into a situation that they can't get out of, to make more people pay more money that doesn't actually exist. It's money that doesn't exist.
Well, okay,
And
it doesn't
I
exist
got-
for
I
the
got-
person,
I
for
got-
the payee, yeah, or payer.
I got to interject as a realtor too. With a 50-year mortgage, that in a lot of respects will not help you because essentially you're not building equity as fast as you would a,
Of course,
a
yeah.
30 or
Yeah.
less. and
Right,
whatnot.
You're
the math-
benefiting the
essentially
banks.
Sounds like a bad decision to
Yeah.
me.
when you're looking
Yes.
to
Going-
sell,
Me too.
when you're looking to sell something, you're essentially not going to walk out with any money in your pocket.
Right.
And going
Benefiting the
back to
banks
the
instead of-
inventory issue,
I was just saying, instead of you're benefiting the banks, and instead of passing on generational wealth, you're passing on generational debt.
Yeah.
Yep.
and
And
going
we should
and
end on
going
that because
back
that's
to the
great.
oh, fair enough.
That's so great. We should end
It
on
is
that.
good. You're right.
It's
It was.
really good. It's really good, and we're over time. Mark, do you know what time it is?
Do, 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 do.
It's the final topic.
Nice.
Fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
So guys, on happier news, it's an exciting time
Wow.
to be alive. New York, Boston, Los Angeles, and San Francisco will be the first 4 cities to host teams in the Women's Pro Baseball League. The inaugural season is set for spring of 2026, and in August, more than 600 players participated in tryouts at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. A total of 130 players will be eligible to take part in the WPBL in mid-November, and each team will have 15 players on its initial roster. Mabel Blair, a former star of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, has been at every event so far and is the honorary league commissioner, along with other members of that league. So does the WPBL exist without the recent success of the WNBA? What are our thoughts of the league, its growth, and overall chances for success?
Sounds awesome.
So to answer
It
your
is
first
awesome.
question, would it exist without the success of the WNBA? No. However, I think it's not a good time to be starting a women's professional baseball league. Baseball is kind of on the decline, and I don't necessarily know if you can bring forth the audience that is needed to support a women's.
The woman from
baseball
Colorado
league.
would like to make a point.
Thank you. Claiming my time. I think that the
I
decline
cede my
in
time to the
baseball-
woman from Colorado.
Thank you. I think that the decline in MLB is exactly why this is an opportunity for women's baseball. Because as a baseball fan myself, I'm looking for a league that kind of harkens back to why I loved baseball in the first place, right? Like MLB is creating a ton of dumb rules, a ton of controversy, a ton of corruption that if the commissioner, if they structure this, if they get it right, I think that they can capture a ton of fan base from people who are historic baseball fans who want to see it done right again.
And I was going to almost take it from an opposite perspective, but I mean, we saw the World Series numbers, and the World Series numbers have been on the upwards trajectory for the last several years.
You're right.
I think baseball's having a comeback as opposed to on the downcline. It might not be the mainstream, but baseball as a sport is on the up and up.
Is the success of the Savannah Bananas relevant to this conversation?
Yes, it is. It is. I think
very well could be.
I'm not
think
sure.
so.
I don't think they have the same crowds.
No, but and let's is someone who watches the Savannah Bananas more looking for like a Globetrotters thing or more of a pure less convoluted baseball experience?
They're looking for entertainment. As a Savannah Bananas 100%. As a Savannah Bananas watcher, yeah, they're looking for entertainment, right? And so I like, because that's what minor league baseball kind of leans into too, right? Like they don't have all of the same controversy, but they go for the entertainment value, and that's what the Bananas
games between every inning. That's what minor league has always done, right?
And that's what the Bananas have, metaphor and pun intended, hit out of the park, right? And I think if they, like I said, if they can nail that balance of professionalism and talent with entertainment, then they will be onto something and keep the league pure.
What do we feel about this masterstroke of involving the All-American Girls League, the women that are still alive from that? Because I think that is a marketing.
That's a great marketing ploy.
Marketing masterstroke.
A League of Their Own is still one of my all-time favorite movies.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to comparing this to Savannah Bananas. Sorry, Eric. Because here's the thing, I don't think that's a fair comparison, because essentially the Savannah Bananas are a sideshow, and you want to essentially promote this baseball league as a
here's the thing, I don't think
professional sports league.
I don't think the Savannah Bananas are a sideshow.
Let me finish. Okay. They are a sideshow because they're going to a city and then they leave. They're not there for 6 months out of the year. I think because listen, I'm a pure baseball fan. I want to see city. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But would you want to see a Savannah Bananas game every single day for 6 months? No. But that's the point, is that the league is fluid at this point, right? They're just creating it. So you could create it to be, the Savannah Bananas are created in Savannah, right? But they play all over. They sold out Denver more than any other Denver team possibly could, right? Would they sell out 81 games in Denver, though? What do you mean? That's what a Major League Baseball team is. Now, I don't know how long of a season it's going to be for the women. I'm guessing it's not going to be 100 games. I'm guessing it's not going to be 162 games.
There's only six teams.
Right.
And they
That'd be pretty boring if they played that.
Like I said, it's all fluid at this point. They can create what they want to create, right? So they could create a vision like the Savannah Bananas, where they are set in a certain city, but they don't play 100 and whatever games in that city. They can travel around and be able to play in Denver, even if Denver doesn't have them.
Listen,
you'd rather have a female Savannah Bananas than a female professional baseball league?
I want something in between, right? I want something that puts butts in seats. And to me, that is something that has an entertainment value.
That sounds like you want to turn baseball into wrestling.
No, that the Bananas have figured out a formula to put butts in seats, but also you cannot deny that any of those players are not talented, right? The Bananas owner, the man in the yellow suit, even said that with the restructuring of MLB, they're going to get a lot more players this season coming to them because they can pay real wages, and those are real talent, and they are not going to be able to be drafted by the MLB, right? So it's similar to that. There are women who are talented, who are professional athletes, who have the ability to put butts in seats, not just because of their talents, but for a lot of different reasons. And I think that there's an opportunity there.
What makes and I think that at least the women that are playing in this league want it to be more baseball than Savannah Bananas. And I think the comparison to the Savannah Bananas, for me at least, was more that in your comment on making baseball entertaining, and I think that and making baseball relevant, and I think the Bananas are actually doing that really well. But what does the WLBPA or whatever, how do they make the game relevant? Like, besides having women, which I think is very exciting and relevant, and I think they're going to get a lot of girls who play competitive softball, and I think they're going to get a lot of girls who want to see professional women. But how do you make that like
they pay their players?
work?
They pay their players, which is part of the Savannah Bananas. Like,
Easier
so
said than done.
I think I'm not being clear on what my like parallels are, right? So the Bananas, what they do really well, I'm not talking about the TikTok dances, and I'm not talking about the sideshow of it all, I guess, as you say, but
I'm not either.
I'm talking about paying your players a relevant wage as opposed to the minor league, right? I'm talking about fans first approach of giving the people what they want, putting your players and your fans above a profit. And
the man in the yellow suit has
And I
said,
would love to see the world through rose-colored glasses.
the man in the yellow suit.
That's what they do.
The man in the yellow suit has said that he's going to stay until everyone who wants his autograph has it, and he does that. He does.
And I think that if you do those two things well, that then having the fan base to, like I said, maybe you have a home base in a certain city, but being able to travel to a bunch of different cities and not keeping it to, oh, we only play these 4 teams in these 4 cities, but actually taking it to the national stage of every city that you could draw a crowd in is the next step. Because I'm a Savannah Bananas fan, and I don't live anywhere near Savannah. I never have, right? I've never been to Savannah. But
I think that's a really reasonable thing to say, because, like, what do you do? Okay, you are a professional women's softball player. You played in high school. You played in college. You played on the national team even. What do you do after you win an Olympic medal? Like, what do you do after that? What is your life? Because to win an Olympic medal in women's softball, it's your life until you're 25, right?
Right.
I think to your point, like,
and it's only
that is
once
the
every
most
4 years. You can't really make a stable living off of that.
Yep.
And the most exciting thing to me about this is that, like you just said, you're talking about softball. This is going to give women inroads to actually playing baseball, whereas softball was sort of the default because women's baseball was not even a thing.
Mm-hmm. Except for in a league of their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Like
so now that's going to be an option
a short
that you can
run, but
aspire to.
Right.
It's gonna, it could theoretically reshape the entire women's landscape of baseball, softball.
Change the whole entire world,
and
right?
I don't see why you couldn't have a great product in the field with this sport, with all women's league.
Yep.
Like
those women with those skills are good.
Yeah,
I don't doubt that they're going to get a lot of really good athletes, and it's probably going to be a really good game. I mean, I've always said that women's basketball is a much purer form of the sport than men's basketball. Like, I love watching women's basketball versus men's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, unfortunately, men's basketball, they're the ones that get a little bit more of the available TV time. Now, here's the thing though. You're gonna need to get eyes or butts in the seats or eyes watching TV. You're gonna need to focus on the players. And now if this women's baseball league is going to work, they're going to need a Caitlin Clark type player. Unfortunately, that's the only way it's going to work. Or keep in mind, the WNBA did not make money for the first 20 years in existence.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they had someone like the NBA backing them for a while too. I don't know if MLB is backing this.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Caitlin Clark approach is one way to get butts in seats. I don't think it's the only way. I think if you get a team together that is fun to watch and entertaining, and like I said, if you focus on...
They need that exposure, though. No, they need that exposure. Keep in mind, we as human beings have very short attention spans. So
yeah,
at a baseball game, essentially, you're investing 3 hours of your life to essentially watch this game.
Right, but I think
and maybe they do need gimmicks to get people in initially, right? Like the Savannah Bananas approach, right? But like I said, and I think that you
in
said
lieu of a
with the bigger
superstar like
WNBA.
Caitlin Clark, you're saying?
In lieu of a superstar, sure. But
See, the WNBA had stars before Caitlin Clark, and they had a lot of stars, like Diana Taurasi, right? They had women who played high level basketball. I think that the thing that the WNBA very recently did, and it's what you said, Mark, is they started focusing on their superstars. And then as they focused on their superstars, they got more superstars. And really, that's the reason we watch sports. We watch sports for the bright, shining lights of human existence, right? The people who can do amazing things. And
and I think we're like, how the hell did they just do that? Yeah.
This relates throughout sports, but throughout fantasy and fiction. I think it relates that people want to see themselves. And the idea of showing little girls that they can do anything, literally anything they want. They can play basketball, they can play baseball, they can play football, is important. And
keep in mind,
matters. I think it matters.
Sure.
The WNBA became a thing after the 1996 Olympics when the females had their own version of the Dream Team. They had a bunch of stars there. They had Rebecca Lobo, they had Lisa Leslie, they had a bunch of stars from that Dream Team that were in the WNBA, and that's why for the first couple years the WNBA was kind of on the rise. And then after those players left, then they weren't really focusing on players anymore. And, people lost sight until Caitlin Clark.
Well, before that,
Let me run the Women's Professional League.
I was going to say, hopefully we get some lessons learned out of all of these other women's leagues that have happened, right? But...
All right, it's midnight, guys. We're way out of time.
All right, that has been our topic. We'll be back in 3 weeks with another kickballer, Jimmy Bentley. In the meantime, you can catch up on our old episodes on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/@iftheseballspod, and Thanksgiving. And don't forget to subscribe to us by tickling that little bell.
Birthday.
Well, not the week after. We would like to thank our guests for joining us this week, or joining us tonight. Thank you, Posch.
Thank you so much.
You can follow us on our socials at If These Balls Pod on X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Our website is www.iftheseballscould-talk-pod.com. This is Mark Pesci for my partner, John Companion, producer Pete Stephan. That's what we feel they would say if these balls could talk. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Oh my God, I wish we could play the Women's Baseball League theme.